Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
On a beautiful spring-like day in New York City. That's right. 38 degrees feels like spring.
I mean, it really does.
No kidding.
I'm not busting my ass on the black ice that I've outside of my doorsteps any longer.
Yeah, it's a different world. Enjoy it while it lasts. Welcome into Evan and Tiki. We got a lot to do over the next 4 hours. Luke Weaver responds to everybody bitching. Did Clint Kubiak tell us the future of Fernando Mendoza in Las Vegas? The Jets and Giants with very interesting hires and how it impacts their future. We'll get to all that. But yesterday, there were 3 significant stories, and they all occurred after we signed off the air. You had last night the New York Knicks losing, let's just call it like it is, a brutal game to the Indiana Pacers, an undermanned, tanking Pacers team, and the Knicks losing overtime. You have that. You have Francisco Lindor dealing with this hamate injury. David Stearns drops that at our doorstep at about 2:05. He should be ready for opening day, but he's out 6 weeks. And you had a positional change of Juan Soto from right field to left field. So I ask you, Tiki Barber, as somebody that I will label the independent, most important news observer. So we'll call you the IMINO.
Okay.
And we'll talk about all 3, and we'll get your opinions on all 3. 888-808-1019. Which of those 3 stories from yesterday is the most important and really jumped out to you the most?
Well, if Francisco Alvarez hadn't had the hamate thing last year, maybe that would have been. But I feel like I've heard the hamate thing multiple times, not just locally here, but just over the last couple of years. The Knicks, they lost the game, but I don't know, whatever. Mitchell Robinson didn't play. Neither did OG.
Well, you can't use that as an excuse. They lost to the Pacers.
I know, but the All-Star break is right around the corner. It just feels like one of those, let's just coast in here and lose. It's Juan Soto moving to left field.
Interesting.
Mainly because I feel like Met fans have been apologists for Juan Soto being average at best.
All right.
As an outfielder.
It's going to be that kind of day, ladies and gentlemen.
The statistics will tell you that I'm right about this.
Okay.
Now, the eye test is probably more in favor of his outfield production, but statistically, he's not a great outfielder.
Right.
So moving him to left field feels alarming. And what the hell? Why? He's been a right fielder for as long as we can remember, even though I know he's played left field.
No. See, that's not true.
As long as we can remember.
Okay, can I walk you through something?
I'm talking about as a Yankee. Okay. I'm talking about even as a Padre, if you paid attention to the West Coast. I know most of us didn't because we have a bias to the East Coast, and those games were on so damn late, and you didn't even care because he sucked when he was a Padre.
No, but hold on.
Ultimately, he feels like a right fielder. So a day before spring training opens, you're going to move him to left, at least tell us you're moving him to left field. That feels odd.
Okay, there is some oddness to this we will address, but we got to get our facts straight.
Yes.
And I'm going to attack you. I'm going to attack Craig and Big Mac yesterday. I'm going to attack everybody.
You don't have to attack me. I know he played left field. He played 400-something innings in left field. I know this.
When he was traded to the New York Yankees,
yes,
he was a left fielder. Now, we could argue why. Whether it's the ballpark, whether it's Fernando Tatis Jr., when he was traded to the New York Yankees in 2024, Juan Soto had played more games in left field than right field. That's a fact. Had he done both? Absolutely.
Yes.
He was, at least in my mind, more of a left fielder than he was a right fielder.
Yes.
Now, he gets traded to the New York Yankees. Why did he play right field, especially considering they had Aaron Judge? He played right field because Yankee Stadium's right field is smaller and easier to play than Yankee Stadium's left field.
That's somewhat of a misnomer because I know the short porch everybody talks about in right field is 30-something. Left field is maybe 5 feet longer.
But left center field. There's more land to run down in left center field at Yankee Stadium than there is in right field. And that's why the Yankees made that change. When the Yankees would play a handful of games at Fenway Park, Juan Soto played left field.
Of course he did.
Now, I want to take you back.
I remember that.
I want to take you. Let's see if you remember this.
Okay.
I want to take you back to, I'm not even joking, 2 days after Juan Soto signed with the New York Mets. Juan Soto had just signed with the New York Mets. I'm excited. Sean's crying. Tiki's congratulating me. I want to play you a clip from, what's the name of the show? Oh, okay. Evan and Tiki. I'm going to play you a clip from our show 2 days after Juan Soto left the Yankees to join the New York Mets.
That's the name of the show?
Yeah, Evan and Tiki. Well, at the time it was Evan and Tiki.
Yeah, you weren't on the marquee yet.
I got it. Just
So
making
stop
sure.
it.
Just making sure.
Now it's Evan and Tiki with Sean Morris. So again, December 13th, 2024, Evan and Tiki talking about Juan Soto and his defense. Take a listen. I want you to listen really carefully. This is Juan Soto misjudging a fly ball in right field at Citi Field during the Subway Series. Listen to what Keith Hernandez says, because I think this is something we all have to think about.
There's been a liability out there. You wonder why they want to play him in the deepest corner outfield position in this ballpark.
He's right.
Yeah.
Citi Field's dimensions in right center are significantly deeper than Yankee Stadium and also significantly deeper than left field. So with Juan Soto not being the fastest outfielder, the outfielder with the greatest range, and remember, Juan has split his career between left field and right field. When he came up with the Nationals, he was a left fielder. They then moved him to right field when Bryce Harper left. When he was traded to San Diego, he went back to left field. Then he went back to right field, and with the Yankees, he's played right. So believe it or not, Tiki, his splits in his major league career is pretty much even between left and right.
So where's he going with the Mets?
I think you have to consider playing him in left field and Brandon Nimmo in right.
Oh, you predicted it, but they didn't.
Well, that's them. I'm talking about me, and I'm explaining to you that this always made sense.
Right, of course it did.
It made sense the day they got him. And what we need to do, and I get why we forget, left field, right field, Tweedledee, Tweedledum. I told Jet yesterday, my oldest son, who likes baseball, I said, you know, Juan Soto's changing positions. Just a quick question. Do you remember what position Juan Soto plays? You know what his answer was? Left field.
Really?
I forgot.
How did he forget?
Because left field and right field, to a lot of people, Tweedledee, Tweedledum.
Yeah, you're right. It's a corner outfield position.
It's a corner outfield position. He has played both. And I felt the moment they got him, just based on the ballpark, he always made more sense in left field at Citi Field than right field, just like at Yankee Stadium. He made more sense in right field than left field. So I respect and I want to acknowledge the weirdness of it, the timing of it, which we'll jump into.
The timing just bothers me.
Okay, but can you at least accept he makes more sense in left field?
Of course.
Okay,
I
good.
trust you,
Good.
Evan.
Thank you.
You are a baseball savant.
I wouldn't say
You're
that.
the original savant. I've just kind of stolen it from you over time. But look, I get why he's better in left field at Citi Field specifically, even at Fenway Park specifically.
Thank you.
Because he's not an elite get-on-your-horse athlete. You know what I mean? He's not running a whatever, I don't know what the timing is to first base, but whatever. Let's put it in football terms because everybody understands that. He's not a 4.4 40 guy. And so you need to limit his ability to get confused in space. And so putting him in left field makes all the sense in the world. But why do it? And by the way, I listened to the Rico, so I understand what you're upset about here. Why do it right before the season started?
That is where I think it is a fair question because I wanted to do this a year ago. I don't run the New York Mets, and maybe Brandon Nimmo's noodle arm was a part of why they didn't make this move a year ago, but I always thought Juan Soto, as a guy who's played both spots in the outfield, and the way Citi Field is built, always made more sense for left field and right field. But now it is fair to say, why did it take until February 10th for David Stearns to say, hey, guys, I'm making the change? And I listened to everything David Stearns said, and there are a few things that he said that are like odd. That's how I would phrase it. Odd. Yes. For a buttoned-up executive, he kind of felt as if this just came out of nowhere. So listen to this. This is clip number 1 of David Stearns I wanted to present to you of him basically telling you, hey, guys, we didn't even think about this going into the offseason.
Not something we had really contemplated coming into the offseason, but as we've had conversations over the last month, it made sense for all involved to do this.
That's odd to me because I contemplated it, and I do not think I'm that smart. You could call me the baseball savant all you want. I'm an idiot with a microphone.
Right.
I'm not that smart.
Yeah, but you're all over baseball, so you think about these things.
Well, I would hope that me thinking this 3 days after the Mets signed him would have been something the Mets contemplated. And if it wasn't because of Brandon Nimmo, because of his noodle arm, okay, well, when you traded Brandon Nimmo 4 months ago, did it not go through your mind of, hey, maybe we're more equipped to play him in right field? And here's David Stern saying, I didn't contemplate it, which is odd. And then he said something else. And this is where I can see it bothering Met fans. The World Baseball Classic.
Oh, Lord.
He is playing left field in the World Baseball Classic, which makes complete sense. The right fielder is Fernando Tatis Jr., so I get why Soto's playing left field. Here's David Stearns explaining that bouncing him between those two positions in spring training played a little bit of a role in all this.
As we were talking with Juan, frankly, it didn't make a lot of sense to bounce him back and forth from corner to corner during spring training. He's comfortable in left, fits with our roster, so we'll go forward with it.
It sounds...
It sounds dismissive of the move.
It sounds as if it's the WBC.
Yes.
And that's not a good answer. Like, even though I agree with the move and I wanted the move a year and a half ago, I actually thought David Stearns, who's usually very buttoned up and explaining things, I really think he dropped the ball here. It was very odd. You didn't contemplate it. You're the smartest guy in the room. If I'm contemplating it, why wouldn't you? And then second of all, you even mentioning the WBC and him playing left field in the WBC and mentioning bouncing between left and right, you're adding validity to a theory that's going to piss off a lot of Met fans, which is that Juan Soto is moving to left field because he's playing left field in the World Baseball Classic and that the decision is being made by Team Dominican Republic.
Yeah, but ultimately, shouldn't Juan Soto be able to play where he wants to if he wants to play left field? Because it feels like that's what's happening here. Juan Soto, who's going to play left field. I'm not saying this is causal, but he's playing left field in the World Baseball Classic because Tatis is playing right field. That he, in his mind, is saying, well, let me be a left fielder then. I played left field. Okay, fantastic. Why is that not okay?
Well, is it a one-year thing? Is he playing left field this season because of the WBC? Or is this, hey, it makes a lot of sense because of the ballpark. It's best for the team. Carson Bench has played a lot of right field. We're good. It fits the roster. Is that the reason, or is it a temporary change because of the World Baseball Classic?
I don't think that Juan Soto is thinking about Carson Bench, who is thought to be a center fielder, but as I know because I listened to the Rico, he played right field in college.
Yeah, he played right field in the minors as well. He's played corner outfield and he's played center field, so he's played all over the place.
He's everywhere. Yeah. He's interchangeable. But my point is, I don't think Juan Soto is looking at Carson Bench's Fangraphs page saying, "Oh, where is he best at? Oh, he's better in right. Okay, I'm going to go to." I don't think that that's what's happening. I think Juan Soto is essentially saying, "I'm already. I've done this a lot in my career.
Right.
That is play left field.
Yes,
I'm doing this in the World Baseball Classic. There is a void in left field with the Mets right now because Brandon Nimmo is now gone. Why? I'll just play left field.
Right.
Let's just stick to left field. It's easier for me. I don't have to think about." Doing both corner outfield positions. Now, if he was an elite outfielder, he could do whatever.
Right.
But we know that's not the case.
Right.
So it might just be Juan Soto saying, I want to be a left fielder.
Well, they described it as him and Mendy spoke about it. They talked about it and basically came to a groupthink decision that he's going to move to left field. Yeah. And again, I like the decision. This is something I wanted them to do a year and a half ago, but it does come across as if the World Baseball Classic has more to do with it than David Stearns and Carlos Mendoza saying, hey, this makes our team better.
But it might. So what's wrong with that?
You don't want the WBC deciding how you're building your roster.
But
would you want that?
I don't think,
and I love the WBC.
But do you think that Juan Soto going to left field influenced how they built their roster?
I don't think it influenced how they built their roster, but I can understand the Met fan thinking it influenced the decision to move him to left field. I mean, especially based on that answer of we don't want to bounce him between left and right field.
Yeah, I hear you, but I think that David Stearns was committed to making this team different. Mm-hmm. It's why Nimmo
he's
gone.
Done that.
He's absolutely done it. It's why Pete Alonso didn't re-sign. It's why Edwin Diaz. I think Edwin Diaz thing is different.
Yeah, they screwed up is what happened.
They screwed that up, but I think. It's why Jeff McNeil was like, all right, see you, dude. We'll pay some of that. Go out west. Right? I think they wanted to make this team different. And when you're rehauling everything, then I think ultimately it creates the space for new things to happen.
Yeah.
And I think Juan Soto, seeing that, talking to his advisors or his agent or whoever, said, let me be a left fielder. It'll be better for me at Citi Field. Let me be a left fielder.
So you're good with the move.
I'm just the only thing that's not concerning.
Go ahead.
Is just you told us the day the spring training opens. It's just weird.
Well, and the weirdness to me is that they didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a weird, stupid thing that I admit I'll move on from because I like the decision.
As soon as you see him in left field and he's fine, you'll be like, all right, whatever.
Well, I think I'll be there by the end of the day because I got what I wanted.
Right.
I'm a Met fan who screams into a microphone, and most of the time I don't get what I want. Right. It took a year and a half, but I wanted Juan Soto to play left field. I gave my reasons a year and a half ago. I gave it again today. I got what I wanted. So yes, I'm happy. It was just odd to hear. Yeah, we never thought about it. And just the answers were odd. Now, Sean, I'm also deeply afraid, not that I should care, that you and your Yankee brethren are also going to take this as something to make fun of. So the floor is yours.
Well, only if he stinks will Yankee fans make fun of it.
Look, he's not going to stink. We saw him with the Yankees play left field in Fenway, if you remember. They moved him in Verdugo for that specific reason. But optically, we cannot deny this looks terrible. First of all, the World Baseball Classic. Juan Soto, the second year into a 15-year contract. If this is the case, you should be a pro enough at this stage in your career that playing the 3 weeks in the World Baseball Classic should not dictate the rest of the 162 games.
They didn't say he insisted.
No,
they said
he
it was
did
a
not.
group thought decision
Okay.
on playing left field versus right field.
Okay, even mentioning the WBC means it was mentioned in the group think. I think we could connect 1 + 1. But even so, I'm with you in terms of, is it the biggest deal in the world? No. But I do think your offseason, if Stearns didn't attack this or didn't even think of this, could have been thought of the right way. Like, for instance, when we hear Brett Beatty is going to play some left field this year, and now we find out this is going to be Juan Soto's job. Left field's one thing, and I know Brett Beatty had a strong enough arm, third base, or whatever.
Right.
Are we sure he's going to be gunning runners from right field down the home?
I mean, he feels like he's he's a young,
I understand that.
athletic kid. I'm more worried about him tracking balls in right field.
All right, but either way, like that is now an adjustment. There is a difference between right field and left field the way the game is played. I'm worried about Brett Beatty out there. Tyrone Taylor is fine. We have no idea if Benj could hit at the major league level, and I understand it might just seem very simple. Left field, right field, who cares? I have to think you would have wanted more experience in terms of actually playing a right field corner in all the ballparks in Major League Baseball if this was a consideration this offseason.
Excuse me. I disagree with you about that. Like, I think all they did was flip-flop the open competition from left field to right field. Like, Tyrone Taylor's a pro. Wherever you stick him, he's going to be fine.
Where's the longer throw home?
Hold on a second. I'm going to get there. So Tyrone Taylor's fine. We could agree on that. Carson Benj, as we talked about, has played the corner outfield spot. All right, and he is projected to be more of a corner outfielder than a center fielder, which became clear that was their plan when they signed Luis Robert Jr.
Yep.
So I have no reason to be fearful of Carson Benj. Brett Beatty's a project. I mean, I'm not going to argue that. Like, he's learning the outfield again.
You hope he's the new McNeil.
Yeah, that's really what they're going for. Brett McBeatty, essentially. But he is also a third baseman, so he's got an arm. Right. I'm not necessarily concerned about the arm. I'm just concerned about him learning the outfield. But I don't think it would have made a difference in their offseason plans. I will defend the Mets on that. It's just more, why wouldn't you think of something like this? Because I do think it makes them better defensively. I do. I like the move. It's just, we didn't even think about it. Why would you not think about it?
All right, I also have an alternate theory that I actually am going to cringe when I say this, but it needs to be brought up.
You have an alternate theory?
Yes.
On like why they moved him to left?
Why Soto wants to move to left.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
This is going to be the typical, he hates the Mets, he's a messenger. We love the Cadillac Club, right? We sat out there.
100%.
Okay. Does anybody remember all the conversations we had with the fans that sit in the Cadillac Club last year?
As they stared at Juan Soto's ass.
Do you remember
Soto.
a couple of things that the fans who sit out there almost every night said to us?
I don't
We
remember.
love Soto, but he's not exactly the best with us and the fans. We miss. Marte used to wave at us and hang out at us. And then as he was going through the struggles, those guys would say, yeah, we would heckle. He didn't like it. And then all these close right fields, Yankees Stadium bleachers.
So
I think
Juan
Juan
Soto
Soto's
wants
scared of the smoke when he struggles.
He wants to
fans.
get rid of he wants to get away from the Cadillac Club.
And also some of these other right fields on the road where the fans are all over.
I mean, the Cadillac Club is open.
That.
It's like it's field level, and you can scream through the fence.
He wants to, and look, if we learned anything about what we heard this offseason, he wants to just focus on the baseball, not the nonsense. There's a lot of nonsense that goes into being a right fielder in Major League Baseball, especially
when I'm out there drinking martinis.
I know that sounds silly, but I bet you Juan Soto hated it.
I'm a fat moron.
I bet you he hated it.
So you're suggesting that Soto wanted to leave right field because of the Cadillac Club?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Listen, everyone has an opinion, right? That's an interesting one.
They didn't give him a free Escalade IQ.
I think it's one of those surprises, and one of those things that easily you can try to make jokes out of. You can say it's a star player making demands. Yankee fans can say what they want to say. Ultimately, no matter how we made the sandwich, it's a good sandwich. No matter how we got there, the New York Mets are making the right decision for their team because Citi Field fits Juan Soto better as a left fielder than it does a right fielder. But the Tiki Barber, that was the biggest story from yesterday. What about Francisco Lindor? What about the Knicks? We'll get into both of those issues coming up, plus your calls at 888-808-1019. Are you concerned about Francisco Lindor? Are you pissed about Juan Soto moving to left field? And Knicks fans, it's a long regular season. There are certain games you're a little bit more excited about, like the double overtime thriller against Denver. And there's also games that you're a little bit more pissed off at, like losing last night to a team that in theory is your rival, but they're tanking and they're bad. We'll cover all of it coming up in the next few minutes. 888-808-1019. We're live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Regular season battles in football. Off-season moves in baseball. The Yankees, Mets, Giants, and Jets all live here. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio app.
Got gold or silver just lying around? Estate Roadshow wants it, and they are paying top dollar. Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, Old Bridge at the Hampton Inn, and in Toms River at TMT Cash for Gold. Go to estateroadshow.com.
When your event has to be perfect, there's only one destination. Teller's an American Chop House. From our iconic main dining room to our dedicated private event space, Teller's next door, we do offer two distinct settings for weddings, milestone birthdays, anniversaries, corporate events, holiday parties, and so much more. Guests do enjoy the same exceptional service and culinary experience and excellence that made Teller's a Long Island institution for more than 25 years. With spaces that accommodate events of all sizes, why not start planning at tellerschophouse.com today? That's tellerschophouse.com.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 866-323-7529. 250L Saddlebrook. Diana Magala, licensed in New York and New Jersey. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-948-7878. That's 800-948-7878.
Drew Brees here. Whether you're on the field or on the road, having the right team on your side makes all the difference. I learned that the hard way. On the field, you don't go anywhere without a solid O-line. And when your car breaks down, you want that same kind of protection. That's why I trust CarShield. Their protection plans help you tackle expensive repairs so that you're not blindsided.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
At quarterback, calling the right play could change the whole game. And when your car breaks down, same idea. Make the right call before the big repair bill hits. CarShield helps protect you from expensive auto repairs. Plans include 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, and rental car options, all to keep your drive alive. Look, breakdowns happen, but choosing CarShield, that's the easiest call you'll make all day.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. See ya at John Starks Kia.
At Grubhub, we're eating the fees on restaurant orders over $50. That's right. No more of those pesky fees. No delivery fee, no service fee, no sick day fee, no date night fee, no your roommate Kevin spilled the sauce all over the inside of the refrigerator and now you need more sauce fee. No parking fee, no finder's fee, no knock knock. Who's there? Another fee. Seriously, no more fees on restaurant orders over $50. No delivery fees, no service fees, only on Grubhub.
Grubhub will eat the fees.
Details at grubhub.com.
When the power goes out, don't get sidelined. Cooper Electric has your backup plan. So my buddies at Cooper Electric carry Kohler, Relco, and Generac generators. Plus the service, maintenance, and rentals to keep homes and businesses powered when it matters most. Reliable performance and peace of mind. That's what I call a winning move. Visit Cooper-Electric.com today. That's Cooper-Electric.com. Cooper Electric, their knowledge is electric.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof, we've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With 45 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Your official station to talk Jets. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
Spring training sucks. I remember yesterday saying to Tiki how exciting it is. Yesterday, forget the Mets stuff with Lindor, which we'll get to in a minute. There were injuries throughout baseball that were announced. Spencer Schwellenbach of the Braves is basically out for months. Anthony Santander of the Blue Jays is out 5 months. I don't mean to laugh. And now Corbin Carroll of the Arizona Diamondbacks is out with, get this, a broken hamate bone, just like Lindor.
I remember when I forgot who had this issue, and they had an X-ray, and it didn't show anything. And I said, you know what? Sometimes the X-rays don't show a fracture.
Right.
You have to get additional testing like an MRI. This happened. He got hit by a pitch on June 18th.
Are you talking about Corbin Carroll?
Corbin Carroll
got hit by a pitch in June?
Suffered a chip fracture in his left wrist after being hit by a pitch on June 18th in 2025. While initial x-rays were negative, a subsequent MRI revealed the fracture. And so it didn't heal.
Right.
And now it's back again.
By the way, could you imagine if that was the Lindor story? Yeah, he got hit in June.
Didn't have surgery.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And now it's bothering him in February of the next season.
And that's the fear Yankee fans have today, because Boone and Cashman haven't met the media yet. They will today. And I think every Yankee fan is like, oh, God, what story are they giving us?
Right.
Because every other team is giving you this bad baseball injury news. Do we have something coming our way? We'll get to that later. But I mentioned at the top, 3 big stories from yesterday. Soto's move to left field, which we began with. Lindor's hamate injury, which we'll get to in a second. The Knicks losing to Indiana. To me, all in their own ways, important stories. So I put a poll out earlier today on my social media, which is the most important of the 3. And it was a runaway victory for Francisco Lindor's hamate bone injury. I was listening to Boomer and Gio in the morning, and Gio began with the Knicks loss, and he was fired up, and I totally get it. So in his mind, it's the Knicks. And Tiki's mind, it's Juan Soto. So
it's a game before 2 games before the All-Star break.
It's still a bad loss to the Pacers.
Of course it is, but bad losses happen.
All right. Sean, as in ISO in this case, you are not a Mets fan, you are not a Knicks fan, you probably despise both. Which of those 3 stories from yesterday was the most important?
I think Soto is the most important.
So you agree with Tiki?
Yeah, it's regular season NBA. I know we're all locked in the Knicks, and ultimately I think Lindor is going to be back quickly.
I'll tell you why the poll is right, and it's Lindor, and we'll spend a few minutes on it before we get to your calls at 888-808-1019. In a few days, when Juan Soto is just playing left field, whether it's in spring training or it's in the WBC, and then he's playing spring training again, it's over. Like, that's it.
Right,
he's the left fielder. And we move on.
Right.
When the Knicks beat the Sixers later today, we will also move on from the Pacer thing. The Lindor story, and we'll find out later today if he needs surgery or not. I assume he does. is going to be a story that lingers until opening day, until he's back. And then even after he's back, the story will linger because one of the things that happens sometimes with these hamate injuries is even when you come back, you lose your power. And we saw that a little bit from Francisco Alvarez a year ago. So I think the Lindor story is more significant. Not because we're fearful he's going to miss opening day, or if it's even a big deal if he misses opening day, but because it could be something that lingers for a very long time.
Right.
We don't know. And so I do agree with the people that of all the news that occurred yesterday, and I respect the Knicks fan being pissed off. We'll get into the game in a few. The Soto move. It's Lindor, because even if he needs surgery, okay, now we're watching the clock for the next 6 weeks. And then when he starts playing, we're looking at the performance. And if he struggles, which we know he does a lot early in seasons, are we going to blame it on the hamate bone? Or are we going to blame it on apps, typical Lindor?
That's the thing. That's why I don't think it's a big deal, because I expect him to struggle after the hamate bone, and we're just going to say this is what he does every year.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think...
Whatever the cause is, he always starts slow.
He does, but I think that because we're talking about an injury that can somehow seep your power, I definitely think we are going to bring up the injury as a possible factor.
Okay. And one more thing is before we get to the calls, for all the Yankee fans, I wanted to dunk on the Mets. I'm going to give the Met fan a little nugget here. Yankee prospect Ernesto Martinez just showed up with a Brewers bag. So there we go.
By the way, we'll get to it later.
Yeah,
But
Luke Weaver has responded.
Yes. I know. I just want to throw that in there because before anybody calls about Soto makes a Luke Weaver joke, just know it's just happened at Yankee camp.
Thank you very much for giving us that info. All right, we'll get to your calls and we'll get into the Knicks before this hour is over, including how now the broadcast team takes turns just dunking all over Karl Anthony Towns. 888-808-1019. Angel is in the Bronx. Good morning, Angel.
Good morning, guys.
What's up?
First off, just want to say I enjoy listening to Rage Against the Machine when the show starts. It's the best way to start my day. I love you guys.
I appreciate it.
Now, I gotta agree with Evan here. I think Lindor being hurt is the more important story. The Soto news, it's really whatever. Like if he wanted to play left field, he would have been told Mendy a long time ago. Apparently, Mendoza was talking with the foul territory people, and he mentioned that they had the discussion around late December, early January, and it kind of just came in passing, and then the talks became a little more serious after that, and then now we get the news that Soto's going to play left field. I think that's a no biggie. I feel like the Lindor thing is more of a problem because one setback for Lindor, and now Stearns has to figure out who's going to replace him until he gets back. And honestly, we don't really have any great options. The only option I see that makes sense is Ryan Mauricio.
Yeah.
But even then, that's not really a great option because we're not really sure what he's about yet, to be honest.
Well, but keep this in mind. But keep this in mind, Angel. And David Stearns was asked about this yesterday. Like, all right, if Lindor's not ready, who plays shortstop? He wouldn't answer the question because what David Stearns is telling you, whether you believe it or not, is he's going to be ready for opening day.
Well, he gave
That's
you
the
that.
belief.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Right.
The problem is, David, because he's hurt right now and he might need surgery, which we should find out at some point today, you're actually standing on the bridge. But we're
saying,
here right now. Now I know it's a long time until opening day.
Right.
I get that. But if he has surgery and it's 6 weeks, I mean, that's really pushing opening day.
But I think his timetable, once we get to opening day, will dictate where I think they should go. So, for example, I want to make this very clear, and Angel did not.
Yeah.
He didn't bring up the name Bo Bichette. If Francisco Lindor is out for a significant period of time, and that would mean another injury or a major setback, then I think you can bring up the Bichette discussion. But if we're only talking a week or a few days, I have zero interest in Bo Bichette playing shortstop when he's learning a new position.
But he knows shortstop.
I get that. I don't want him moving to shortstop when he's learning a new position.
Right.
Don't you think that's important?
Yeah, because he's not there long term.
If it's long term,
unless it is long term,
then it's different.
Right.
That's why I acknowledge, like, if we got to opening day, and that's why I don't think David Stern should answer that question. If it's March 26th and Carlos Mendoza comes out and says, look, Lindor needs another week. Another week. I think most of us would agree, no biggie.
Right. No biggie.
As much as we'd like to see you on opening day, if you're going to miss the first 5 games of the season, we'll be all right.
Okay, first 5 games of spring training, which are the 20th. When's the first game?
But what does that mean? Who's going to play shortstop?
Yeah.
Vidal Brujan.
Yeah, who's playing shortstop?
Vidal Brujan.
Who's that?
Greg Kessinger. Exactly, Tiki. You're the one who asked the spring training question.
I just wanted to know.
It doesn't matter.
I was just curious.
And next weekend is the answer there.
Yeah.
Next weekend.
Saturday, yes.
The 21st.
Yes.
20th.
If it's 21st. If it's a
Valentine's Day is Saturday.
That's right. 21st. If it's a temporary thing, then it is a backup. It's a backup. I don't even think it'll be Ronnie Mauricio because I think he needs to start the year in AAA, in my opinion. I think then it would be a guy you've never heard of. Like, honestly, it would be Vidal Brujan, and you'd say, who the hell is that?
Right.
And I tell you, it's 5 days. Calm down.
A veteran fill-in.
If it's a long period of time, well, then it's a different discussion. Right. But I think what David Stearns is telling you based on that timetable yesterday is, including rehab, including a ramp-up, they expect this to take 6 weeks, which means if he needs the surgery, he's ready to go for opening day. And what I'm telling you is, as much as I'd like to see him on opening day, as long as he's back in the first week and a half of the season, it really, truly would be a no biggie.
No biggie.
Until he stops hitting, and then we wonder, why is he not hitting? And then it goes from a no biggie to uh-oh. Is this a biggie? Ray is calling from Monroe. What's up, Ray? Ray.
Hey, guys. I wonder why you guys... sorry. Why we're complicating the Soto thing, right? Like, you needed a spot in left field, right? So why not move Soto there and say, hey, he's going to WBC, and he's going to play left field, and we're going to be able to evaluate him with Tatis in right field. Like, it seems like we're complicating it. And Lindor, to me, is the bigger issue because there's potential for him being traded because there was thoughts that him and Soto don't get along. And if they would have traded him, then that would be a no biggie going on as well. So I don't know why we're complicating Soto thing. If he played there and there's a gap there, why not just put him there and just say that's what we're doing?
I don't think it's overcomplicating. I think it's that we like
We're
to
just
know.
discussing it.
We like to know why.
Process.
Yeah.
Look, the Mets were remaking their team this offseason.
Hold on a second. This is unbelievable. Are you kidding me now?
Another one?
We have another baseball injury with a hamate bone issue.
No, you're kidding.
Baltimore Orioles infielder Jackson Holliday has a broken right hamate bone. He will have surgery tomorrow.
What?
What is happening? Sean, be ready. Who is it?
The hamate is in the wrist around the ring finger. It's basically, it's like this little hook that controls the tendons. I just had to look this up, by the way, because we keep talking about it. It's your ring finger and your pinky finger. So how has that become the bone of, I don't know, the year?
I don't know.
At the start of the regular season.
In 24 hours, we've had 3 hamate bone issues, which leads me to ask you, Sean, which Yankees going down with a hamate bone issue?
Oh, man. Somebody is. I'm going to go Ryan McMahon.
You going McMahon? You know who I'm going with? Jazz Chisholm.
Okay.
I could see that one. Yeah. You got a lot of middle infielders, even though Corbin Carroll's an outfielder.
Yeah, but don't you think this is a swinging the bat issue?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't see how this happens fielding balls. Like, I'm being honest. Like,
I don't know.
I don't. This feels like an over swinging. And I mean, let me think how you swing a bat.
Tiki right now is swinging a bat?
I guess, your lead hand.
Maybe.
I don't know.
This is unbelievable.
How many players do you think all time have played through this hamate bone and we just never knew it existed?
Well, I think you just said it with Corbin Carroll last year.
I think a lot of people did. I think you just, it's pain. There's not much you can, other than having surgery to fuse the bone back together or whatever, probably put a little screw, a Herbert screw or something in there to put the bone back together. It's just, it's pain. And now ultimately that pain can be debilitating. So you get that little sharp bit of pain and it like shuts down your muscle.
Yeah, it happens when I eat too much sugar.
Exactly. I mean, this is crazy. We've had 3 of these in 2 days.
And they're like prominent names, like Francisco Lindor, Corbin Carroll, Jackson Holliday. That's why it's...
Well, it's better that than a UCL injury.
Yes. And that's the other thing. While it isn't the biggest deal in the world, it's not a no biggie, Lindor possibly needing this surgery. We have heard other injuries that are far worse. And I think that's the fear the Yankee fan has today when Aaron Boone meets the media. You don't want to hear, oh, yeah, Carlos Rodon had a setback. We'll see him in August. Like, you don't want to hear that. And we've already gotten that throughout spring training, whether it's Shane Bieber had a setback.
Zach Wheeler with thoracic outlet syndrome. That one would scare me.
Well, he already had that, so
I know, but it just lingers.
No, I agree. He may never be the same.
You don't fix that. It's like stenosis.
I know we've covered a lot of this, and Tiki's explained the injury, but Passan has just laid out kind of the biggest concern that we've talked about.
We have another baseball injury, by the way. I hate to cut you off.
Are you serious?
Josh Hader is experiencing arm soreness before his 4th bullpen session of the winter, Joe Espada said. So he has bicep inflammation. Dude, this is insane. Yankee fans, duck.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just warning you.
Spring training already more buzz than the Super Bowl. But this would pertain to Lindor, obviously, and we kind of hit on a little bit.
Go ahead.
But
Sorry
here's
to
the
interrupt.
pass and tweet. For those unfamiliar, the hamate bone, which could cause Corbin Carroll, Francisco Lindor, and Jackson Holliday to miss opening day, is a small hook-shaped bone on the palm, just underneath the pinky, that is particularly susceptible to breaking. While the recovery is typically 4 to 6 weeks, hitters who do undergo the surgery to fix it often talk about how their power takes months to return. It's not like a soft tissue injury. The return timeline on hamates is fairly straightforward. The time to full health, though, however, can be much longer.
And that's what we alluded to earlier about will this affect him? And that's why it is a big story that even if he's ready for opening day or a week out, it will affect your power. We saw it with Francisco Alvarez. Now, here's my counter to that.
By the way, do we know which hand it is for Lindor? Because he is a switch hitter. So
yeah, I'm trying to remember. They said it and I already forgot.
Yeah.
And by the way, he also had elbow surgery during the offseason, which I guess he's fully recovered from. You can lose your power and still be really productive. Like, go play Gold Glove shortstop, hit 280, get clutch hits, but only hit 2 home runs, and we'll be okay. Even though Lindor is a 30 home run kind of guy.
Right. But that's how this roster is now constructed. Guys who hit with, put balls in play.
Yeah, it's true. They have a lot more of that, which you could argue makes Lindor's power more valuable because they lost that power with some of the guys not on this roster. I am purposely not saying the first baseman's name anymore because I have been widely criticized.
Jorge Polanco?
The guy in Baltimore.
Polanco?
No.
Pete Alonso?
Sure. Because I've been told I'm not over it yet, and every time I say his name, I get emotional. So I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm just not going to say him. Oh, my God.
Breaking news, Pete Alonso did not break his hamate bone.
You know something?
Shut up, Tubby.
I didn't need that.
That was a jerk move.
Yeah, seriously. Thank you for that. Let's go to Ryan in South Brunswick. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan, what's up?
Hey, Evan Tiki. How you guys doing? Big fans.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Tiki, I'm actually good friends with Justin and Kerry. So,
oh, nice.
They love you guys.
Justin just had a birthday. Happy birthday.
Yep. They're going to be in Philly tonight, too. So,
of course.
So, guys.
That's for the Knicks game, for those that are wondering.
I just wanted to talk about... Yes, absolutely. Probably the biggest.
Yes.
So, guys, I just wanted to talk about Evan. I actually really want to get your take on this one. So, does it kind of seem that these players are prioritizing the World Baseball Classic more than their major league teams? You have Lindor, who got turned down to play in the WBC, and then all of a sudden the next day his hand hurts, and now Juan Soto is playing left field for the Dominican Republic, and now all of a sudden he's a left fielder for the Mets. Do you guys think that they prioritize the World Baseball Classic more than their actual real jobs?
I think prioritization is it's a fluid thing. So I'm gonna say no, but I will also say that it is very important to them.
It's definitely very important to them, but
and you see this everywhere. You see this even with the Olympics. Remember the hockey stuff?
4 Nations, yeah.
For the 4 Nations
Sean
tournament?
lost his mind over it, yeah.
I see this in soccer, like AFCON, which is the African Cup African Soccer Cup. One of our players, Mo Salah, he seemed like he cared more about that than playing for Liverpool.
Right.
And so
it's happening with the Devils and Jack Hughes.
It happens all the time. And so it's not, I can't position it as more important, but it is important.
Okay, so there's 2 different things to this that we need to kind of swallow.
Yeah.
Number one, you guys remember Yadier Molina hit the game-winning home run against the Mets in LCS? 06?
Right.
Okay. Yadi said a few years later after his WBC team won a big game that was a more satisfying moment than the home run against the Mets, which caused like a whoa. So I do believe that there are players who will tell you that matters more. Both matter a lot, but that matters more. But my counter to prioritizing is this. Let's start with Lindor. Does anybody honestly think Francisco Lindor only complained about the injury because he's disappointed in the lack of insurance allowing him to play in the WBC? Does anyone actually believe that?
No.
Because I've heard people suggest that, and it actually annoys me because you're questioning the integrity of this man.
Right.
I'm not doing that. Francisco
and you
Lindor.
can't do that for him because he's always been the guy.
Absolutely. So is he disappointed about the insurance situation that he wasn't allowed to play in the WBC? 1,000%. Is there any bitterness towards the Players Association or even the Mets, even though they deny any involvement? Maybe there is. But the idea that he complained about soreness in his hand because of the WBC is asinine. So I throw that one away and say I have no evidence that Lindor prioritizes the WBC over the Mets. Now let's get to Soto.
He probably really wanted to play, but it's not a priority.
Well, I think he wanted to play, but I think if he was allowed to play, he would still be in spring training.
Yeah.
I think he still would have mentioned, hey, my hand is hurting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you think he wouldn't have?
No, of course not. Because he, as an athlete, you don't mention stuff like that until it starts to affect you.
Okay.
Like you start to not feel like you're the same.
I agree. And I think that while there are people out there listening to my voice who are saying, Evan, I disagree. I believe in the conspiracy. I think you're crazy. And so if you take it at face value and agree with me and Tiki that Lindor did not just bring it up because he's bitter about the WBC, then there's no evidence he's prioritizing Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classic over the Mets. Now, let me get to Soto. All accounts of this story about Soto moving to left field is that he was playing left field in the WBC, and he had an open conversation with Carlos Mendoza about doing whatever was right for the team. In fact, I pulled the clip. I don't have it handy. It's not worth it. I'll paraphrase for you. Mendy asked him, would you want to play left field? And Soto's answer was, I'd pitch for you if you wanted. So he gave all the right answers to his manager. Again, if you believe that the manager's telling the truth. So we have no evidence that Juan Soto said, because I'm playing left field in the WBC, I want to play left field for the Mets. So when you ask, are you concerned players are prioritizing the WBC over their baseball team? My counter to you is, what evidence do you have that they are? There's a difference between loving an event, competing in an event, having it mean a lot to you versus prioritizing it over something else. I have no evidence that any Met player, or really anybody in the WBC, is prioritizing it over their baseball team.
I would agree with that. But it's also important to, I think, a lot of athletes to be able to compete for your country.
I agree with that.
There just is something about it.
But can't those two things be separate?
Yeah.
Like, just because you love it and it means so much to you doesn't mean you're prioritizing it.
Right.
I think here's where I would define it as you're prioritizing it. If Lindor said, I have this hand issue, but I'm going to fight through it and play in the WBC.
Right. And then
I'll worry about it later.
And then it compromises his Mets season.
That would be absolutely, hey, dude, I think you're prioritizing.
Yeah, almost by acknowledging or talking or telling his trainers or his team that he's feeling discomfort, he's prioritizing the Mets.
Right.
So it's actually more of a reason to support his decision to talk about or bring this up to the training staff.
Jeff is calling from the Bronx. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Evan. Hey, Tiki. How you guys doing this morning?
Doing well. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Hey, Evan, quickly, I've referred to the guy that's now in Baltimore as PA20 because every time you mention his full name, it just creates some controversy. So feel free to steal that.
Right.
But every time we're discussing them amongst friends, I just say PA20.
All right.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Question about Lindor, and maybe this is something you could try to see if you can get somebody to get some clarity on. With Lindor being a switch hitter, and does this mean that he might have to forego being able to hit from both sides of the plate this year because the ramp up time and the pain tolerance might be greater from one side over the other?
Yeah,
I
would doubt that, Jeff. What I think would happen is that he'll just have more power from one side.
Oh, that's possible.
Than the other.
Yeah, so it's his left hand, just to be accurate
so
about
it's
which
left hand. So that bothers him when he's batting righty.
Interesting.
Right, because
I guess I could see that.
Right.
I think that's a great question for further down the road, especially if he needs surgery as he's coming back in spring training.
Right.
And it's probably a great question for him specifically. Like, do you feel more comfortable one side of the plate versus the other? And would that be something you consider? Let me tell you right now, it is a 162-game season. And while the Mets did lose on a tiebreaker last year, so I don't want to minimize every game, you've got to be cautious with this guy. He is one of your best players. He's one of your most important players. And if he's not 100% on March 27th, don't play him on March 27th.
Agreed.
Is that opening day, March 27th? I think I got the day right.
I mean,
you think
you think we know and you don't?
We show up every day with you telling us the baseball.
Exactly.
I know, but I know it's a Thursday, and I know it's late March, but I forget the exact day.
Opening day's a Wednesday.
No, that's the Yankees opening day.
So
I'm talking about the Mets.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. To be exact, it's March 26th. What did I say?
March 26th.
Yeah, opening day is March 26th.
Really early.
It's
absurd.
It's absurdly early. Like I'm the first.
Are we
to
still gonna have snow on the ground?
Yes.
That's all melting today.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
People are going to Citi Field in a parka for opening day. Meanwhile, the Yankees are in San Francisco.
That's a month and a half.
I know.
What the hell?
It's 6 weeks. Excited?
I mean, not to go sit in the freezing cold weather.
I'm going to invite you to every April game.
Let's go.
Just to see what let's go. You going to go?
Of course. Dude, we're off at 2.
Yeah, but it's 45 degrees outside.
Not if you have 5 hours to drink beforehand.
That's a good point.
And your seats have a nice little club right behind it.
That is true. And Tiki will ditch me in the second inning to go to the aforementioned Cadillac Club. Nick's in Staten Island. What's up, Nick?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's up, dude?
Yo.
Hey. The whole hamate bone injury with Lindor, I'm not too concerned. And I heard the last caller say about his power from one side to the other.
Yeah.
Since it's his left hand, it will bother him from the right side.
Right.
He's a much better left-handed hitter in my eyes anyway.
Yeah.
Well, depends on the year, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of years ago, he was so bad from the left side. I remember BT saying he should give up batting lefty. So
did he?
Yeah. And he's streaky in that regard. Like, I think if you look at his career numbers, there are years in which he's much better from one side than the other.
Tell you, and that makes sense because you're just not, you can't perfect both sides of the plate. It almost seems like it's impossible.
But you know what's crazy about him? So the year was 2023. I think that's when he got off to like the horrible start from the left-hand side. If you look at his career numbers, and this is not normal necessarily for switch hitters, his numbers are identical. Like, listen to this. His career batting average as a right-hand hitter, 281, 823 OPS. As a left-hand hitter, 270, 815 OPS. It's basically the same numbers.
Yeah.
So he has always been, I think, equal. So that's why it makes me laugh when a guy says he's so much better from one side. I'm like, what year are you talking about? Like, pick the year and it may be completely different. But it's a great question to wonder if it would affect one side versus the other. More of your reaction to Lindor, Soto, and definitely the New York Knicks, who had a brutal loss last night. More of your calls coming up at 888-808-1019.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Different season, worse version of the Pacers, same result for the Knicks. Indiana came into MSG and knocked off the Knicks 137-134 despite 40 from Prince Jalen Brunson last night. Pascal Siakam poured in 30. The Knicks scored 8 points in the final 24 and a half seconds of regulation to force overtime, but it was the Pacers who took the punch and punched back with the first 9 points in the extra session. The game had 39 lead changes. That's the most in an NBA game all season.
I think the biggest lead in the game was actually in overtime, which gives you an idea of the stat you just said, that it was the most back-and-forth game you'll have all year. There's a couple of things that jumped out at me about this. Just Karl Anthony Towns disappearing. And I put a lot of that on Jalen Brunson, to be honest with you. Because,
how come?
Because Jalen's the organizer. He's the point guard. He also took 1,000,000 shots yesterday and missed a bunch of big ones late that could have won them the game. And I know we're not used to that because he's Mr. Clutch, Captain Clutch, as our boy CP likes to say. But you can't ignore Karl Anthony Towns, especially when you've got such a matchup advantage. And there were times late in the game in which it was like, where is he?
Well, it almost felt like Jalen Brunson, as its thing felt desperate for them to win it, wanted to do it himself.
Well, that's the problem.
And that becomes the problem because we know they play their best. This Knicks current iteration of this Knicks team play their best when there's tons of ball movement and they're getting open three-point shots. I mean, they shot 30% from three-point range, which is 12 or whatever it is % lower than they do when they're playing at their best. So it just like the Boston Celtics game, the other way around, if you're going to shoot a ton of threes and not make them, you're going to lose. It doesn't matter who you're playing against.
Yeah.
And that kind of feels like what happened. Plus, their defense was heavily compromised without Mitch and without OG.
Still no excuse, though.
Absolutely not.
You're not only facing a bad team, and I will levy these accusations because I don't care, and my eyes tell me what they tell me. The Indiana Pacers, specifically Rick Carlisle, because players don't tank. Rick Carlisle was tanking last night. And I'm not talking about lineup decisions. I'm talking about you have to explain to me like I'm a 2-year-old how with a 1-point lead and 6 seconds to go and 3 timeouts, you're inbounding the basketball underneath your basket and you don't immediately call a timeout to advance the ball, which he didn't do. He almost had a 5-second violation.
Yeah.
Like, that is tank stuff. Or how about continuing to feed Pascal Siakam in foul situations in which you know he's going to miss free throws? Like, the Pacers did things yesterday from a coaching perspective that should be investigated by the NBA. And I know Rick Carlisle's holier than thou. He's better than everybody. He's an upstanding individual. Dude, that was fishy last night. And I say that because
it didn't work, though. So
I know it didn't
you can't
work.
investigate it because it didn't work.
I think you should still investigate it.
It didn't work.
If the White Sox
won the game,
if the White Sox won the 1919 World Series, you're telling me there still wouldn't have been a Black Sox scandal?
How could there be?
Well, the guys were paid to
won
lose
the game.
Well, they failed losing.
So did they get paid?
Yeah. That was the whole Joe Jackson argument. Like, he put up big numbers, but he still took the money.
I know. They were paid to lose.
Yes.
And they lost.
I understand. I'm saying if they won.
Okay, what if they're paid to lose and they win? Do you still get paid?
That's a great question.
Wow, that's a brain buster.
Yeah, it's a brain buster. I don't know. I think there'd be like major issues with
100%.
The bookies and everything. All I know is that it was alarming, and I think to you, Knicks fans, it should make the loss worse because you had Rick Carlisle basically trying to lose the game.
If they're trying not to win, doing everything they can to give you the advantage, and you still don't win, then you were just really off your game.
We were talking about Karl-Anthony Towns. When we come back, it isn't just Gio that rips cat. It isn't just callers that rip cat. Last night, both Mike Breen and Walt Clyde Frazier took turns on Karl-Anthony Towns. We'll get to it coming up, plus your calls. Juan Soto's move to left field. Francisco Lindor has a hamate bone issue. 888-808-1019.
I'm always busy and always on the go, but knowing that my home is safe and my family is safe when I'm not with them is the most important thing for me. That's why I turn to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system into my home, and it has been amazing. A game changer that combines safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from your phone. For instance, last night, sitting on the couch, just scrolling through some social media, I didn't even want to turn the TV on. Nothing to watch after the Knicks game. Had a little brown liquor in the glass, full of ice. It was chill. I wanted some music. So I just opened up my phone, popped up 90s hits, and it's playing right through my stereo system, and I didn't have to move an inch. It is amazing. From garage door openers, lighting, smoke, CO2, fire detection, it is all right there at your fingertips. You can experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system as well. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME, or visit slomans.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel might want to rethink his strategy of not moving left tackle Will Campbell to guard. Campbell had some flashy moments in his rookie year, 4th overall pick in last year's draft, but was terrible down the stretch, brutal in the postseason, and atrocious in the Super Bowl loss to Seattle. And if Drake May's going to have success in year 3, they're going to need better pass protection. Vrabel might want to rethink that one. I'm Nick Custers.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This February at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, love is in the air with our $100,000 Roll into Romance drawing. Be here on Fridays in February from 3 to 7 p.m. when each hour one lucky guest is drawn to roll the dice for a shot at winning up to $5,000. Earn entry starting at 2 p.m. Club members can earn up to 5 times entry multipliers at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
It's Dunkin's world and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Dunkin's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee, whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself, because at Dunkin', they make deals for everyone. Get Dunkin's $5 meal deal only at Dunkin'. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Offer prices varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Looking for the best value on new tires? Get to Town Fair Tire. We honor every valid manufacturer's and competitor rebates and give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
All right, they won. You gotta text your buddies. Except you're driving. If you have to respond, pull over. Texting and driving is illegal and could lead to an accident. A safety message from the Rothenberg Law Firm. InjuryLawyer.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
I'm Tyler Kolick, and I got my Lincoln at Lincoln of Queens. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. Go New York, go New York, go.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
What I find interesting is that Lindor has this hamate bone issue. We'll find out today if he needs surgery. And David Stearns was pretty adamant that they expect him to be ready for opening day. Corbin Carroll also has this same injury, and the Diamondbacks have just said he'll miss 6 weeks. They haven't said opening day, yes or no. The Orioles announced that Jackson Holliday has a broken hamate bone in his right hand. He's going to undergo surgery. And their general manager, Mike Elias, has said he will miss opening day, which is different than what David Stearns said. So I'm not sure if
he's just being obscure. I think that's all that is.
What do you mean, like being more?
It's 4 to 6 weeks, so he's just going to be optimistic and not give you any information.
As opposed to Mike Elias, who's being conservative about it by saying he's going to miss opening day.
Yeah, because why rush him?
Yeah, no. It's almost like a difference in philosophy. I always joke around that President Bush, before one of his debates with Al Gore, tried to set the bar so low that by him completing a sentence, everyone was like, oh my God, Bush was amazing. And so you always want to set low expectations so you're never disappointed. You don't want to raise the bar too high, and David Stearns raised the bar because David Stearns is like, he's going to be ready for opening day, and Mike Elias is like, yeah, he's not going to be ready for opening day.
I'm going to fly blind here, but what you mentioned about Anthony Volpe yesterday, does that apply to Jackson Holliday?
Well, there's a difference between being, what I mentioned yesterday, just for the record, is that if Volpe spends more time in the minor leagues, the Yankees could actually delay his free agency.
Right.
Being on the IL is not relevant to this. It's being in the minor leagues. So, no, it has nothing to do with this.
Okay, but if
they would have to option Jackson Holliday to the minor leagues
Right.
for it to be a thing.
Okay, but could they option him and say, yeah, this is extended rehab, so to speak?
Well, there's an IL stint and then there's rehab, so not really.
Okay.
It doesn't really apply until
All right.
someone's option of the minors.
Just a thought I had because of his age compared to Lindor.
Oh, I get you. I think it's just more of a, I'm going to give you the positive view versus I'm going to be really conservative. Like, people are different. I mean, not every president was like George W. Bush either. Some set the bar a lot higher. Some set it very low.
Right.
And so it's just interesting to see the difference. Before we get back to your calls, we were talking briefly about Karl Anthony Towns and last night. He is clearly a whipping boy around here, whether it's from Knicks fans or what have you.
It's everybody.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because, so first of all, this realization came to me yesterday as I was watching and listening to the I don't know the backlash that was getting thrown at him. We all know he always is complaining to the refs. Always.
Now, he wouldn't be alone in that regard.
And he's not alone. I mean, the greatest in the ever, LeBron does this all the time. But I think Karl Anthony Towns, because he doesn't do anything about it, so he just keeps complaining, then it feels like he's soft. Like I now understand where this soft moniker came from. It's because he complains, he falls down, he gets up, he complains, he drives hard to the basket, he complains. Nothing ever happens. And it feels like he never gets mad. Like if you're going to complain because they're abusing you, knocking you down, then do something about it.
Right.
Like physically just dominate somebody, dunk over them or back them in and do whatever. Do something physical that makes you look like you're the man. And it feels like he never does that. And so as a result, whenever you see him flopping, you know that there's never going to be this physical exploitation on his part. It's just going to be more complaining, more bitching about not getting the calls.
Right.
And nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see you bitch and moan to the referees. Just go be great.
It's interesting you say that because I mentioned before the break, I took 2 clips from last night's Knicks game.
Yeah.
We're both broadcasters, and we got the A crew last night, Walt Clyde Frazier and Mike Breen, doing a game together for the first time in what feels like forever.
Mm-hmm.
Both guys took turns on Karl Anthony Towns. And I want to start off with Mike Breen because Mike Breen is about to do exactly what you just said. Here is Mike Breen really ripping Karl Anthony Towns for whining about the officials.
Towns has to stop complaining, Clyde. Yeah, you got Jose, you got Towns, but the Knicks retain it. I agree. Sometimes he doesn't get the benefit of the calls, but it's nonstop.
That's harsh.
That is harsh.
And that's Mike Breen, who's like the nicest guy in the world.
Right. You can't keep complaining about something and then not do anything about it. Like if you're going to complain and they're not going to do anything, then you need to take it into your own hands. And if it requires, I don't know, getting a high elbow in somebody's face and making them pay for not calling contact, then do that. Like, be physical.
Tiki saying, get dirty, cat.
Yes. 100%. You are bigger than most of these people in the post.
Yeah.
You're a 7-footer, and you're not a skinny 7-footer. Right? You're not Mitchell Robinson and a beanpole. You're thick, heavy, strong. Like, utilize that. And I think when you see somebody like that and playing, I don't know, soft and then looking to get the call, it just feels like, dude, you're not a guard. Right? You're not a 6'4" guard who goes into the paint and gets banged around. Like, exercise your advantage. And it doesn't do it.
And it felt like last night, especially the matchup advantage was there for you.
100%.
Michael Potter was a guy he could have taken advantage
100%.
of. The second rip of Karl Anthony Towns, this time from Walt Clyde Frazier, and this is another thing that has to piss you off about Cat. He gets called for some of just the dumbest fouls known to man.
Yeah, he fouled out in this game.
And this is where he fouled out. Now, I do want to acknowledge before we play this clip, the only reason the game got to overtime was because Cat crashed the boards and drew a foul with 0.2 of a second to go and then very clutchly made both free throws.
Right.
I don't want to bury that. Like, he did do that. So the reason this game was in overtime was mostly because of Cat making that play. But with about 2 minutes to go, and the Knicks at this point are down by 2, Karl Anthony Towns comes out to set a screen and gets called for an offensive foul, and Walt Clyde Frazier was not happy.
Offensive foul on Towns. He's fouled out of the game. And it's just inexplicable, folks, how he does it. You have 5 fouls. Why are you trying this? Why?
Clyde killed you with kindness last night.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? It's just like,
why?
I can't even come to words.
Yeah. I'm not going to yell. Just why? Like,
It's just like he's intimating he's just a dumb player.
I think so.
And he's not, but I mean, that was a dumb play.
Think about this. And I love these guys, but MSG is a very team-friendly institution.
Yes.
Okay? Which most of these networks are, right? And Mike Breen is one of the nicest guys in the world. Walt Clyde's just going to tell you how he feels. Both of those guys, in the course of last night's game, took a giant number 2 on Karl Anthony Towns. This is no longer a crazy FAN fan thing, a Geo thing. This is Mike Breen and Karl Anthony Towns, Mike Breen and Walt Clyde Frazier.
Right.
in a nice way, sort of respectful way, basically just calling this guy out.
Right. I mean,
it's kind of crazy.
But he also deserves it.
I get you.
It's not like this is unfound. I mean, they wouldn't do this if this hadn't been the same thing for the last 2 years.
No,
or
I agree.
season and a half, I should say.
I agree.
So it's because of he repeatedly does and performs and acts the same way.
Absolutely. Good job by both of those guys. 888-808-1019, the number. Jose is in Staten Island. What's up, Jose?
Good morning, guys.
What's up?
I'm calling up. You were talking about Lindor earlier. You were talking about that he's going to lose power. But what scares me is Lindor, as a leadoff man, is a guy who likes to steal bases, and he likes to slide head first. Can he damage that thing again? And also,
yeah, go ahead.
Because he's hitting his hand. But the second thing is, you talked about how come insurance didn't want to pick up him on as for Team Puerto Rico for the World League, Baseball League, whatever. But probably has to do because of his elbow surgery, and they're not sure if he's back 100% from that, so they don't want to cover that.
Well, I think
that.
It obviously does have to do with some kind of injury, but Carlos Correa ran into the same issue. Jose Altuve ran into the same issue with Venezuela. And yes, it is pre-consisting injuries, but it feels like the insurance controversy has been more stingent this time than it was 3 years ago.
Right.
So it's odd because I don't know enough about this. Like, is it a players association thing? Can players just pay for their own insurance, but are teams saying no? Though David Stearns denied yesterday they had nothing to do with saying no, saying they had nothing to do with any of this, because there was also a report that Bad Bunny was offering to pay for the insurances for some of these Puerto Rican players like Carlos Correa and Francisco Lindor, and it got denied. So I'm not sure what is going on, but we are missing some stars from some of these countries because of the insurance issue.
I think this is most likely just pre-existing conditions are scary to insurance companies because it's almost guaranteed that they're going to have a liability. Like they're going to have to pay out something if a guy gets hurt.
Right.
And now because they were insured, this big bill, whatever it turns out to be, is now on the insurance company. So you get denied. It happens all the time with insurance companies, not baseball players, but just normal people.
Right.
And so I think it's as simple as that.
And it's happening a lot with this WBC because you see a lot of guys not able to participate.
Yeah.
Specifically Francisco Lindor. Steve in White House Station. What's up, Steve?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call.
Pleasure, man.
So I got to agree with Sean on something and then call him out on something.
I like that.
All right. I don't know that I'd categorize what the Mets are doing by moving Soto to left as following the WBC, but it's pretty clear that the WBC manager's decision kind of opened their eyes to the fact that they could put Soto in left. And you would have liked to have thought, like Sean said, that their moves over the offseason would have considered the fact that Soto was going to be in left and they needed the stronger arm in right. Which gets to my call out of Sean, which is, everybody knows you want the stronger arm in right, but it's because of the throw to third base. He was saying, I can't imagine, Beatty throwing out somebody at home. And Evan, I would have thought you would have picked up on this and said it as well. The throw to home from right field and left field on average are the same.
Right.
The reason I didn't pick up on it is because I just think his point overall is wrong. Like I don't think the Mets would have handled right field differently if they knew Soto was playing left field. Like they clearly went into this offseason with two holes in the outfield. They filled one of them with Luis Robert Jr., and then there was going to be some kind of competition where Carson Bench could win a job, Tyrone Taylor will be there, and then maybe a Brett Beatty once Bo Bichette was signed. And I don't think that would have changed based on left field or right field. I think Taylor can handle both.
Yeah.
I think Benj is valued at both. Brett Beatty's an adventure in either place. So you're right with your point, but I was more focused on, no, I don't think it would have changed the Mets offseason. But where I think we could agree is that Albert Pujols is a great player. He is maybe the greatest right-hand hitter we have ever seen. But I really don't enjoy Albert Pujols deciding who my left fielder is. He's the manager.
He's the manager?
Yeah.
Who's managing USA?
What's his name? Mark DeRosa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Albert Pujols is managing
Evan.
the DR.
Yeah, that was my way of name dropping him.
I got to be honest, Evan.
He retired like 2 years ago?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I got no issue with him when he's into the World Baseball Classic. I'm sure.
But I mean, it's not like Juan Soto is a better right fielder than Fernando Tatis.
No, of course. So he's making the right decision.
It's not even a decision. It's a no-brainer.
Of course. And by the way, when they were teammates, Tatis played right. Soto played left, as we talked about earlier. It's more the idea that if this decision was based on the WBC, that's a little annoying.
Yeah.
I
don't
the decision.
think it's based on the WBC. I think it's just Juan Soto wanting to play left field.
Okay.
Maybe.
And maybe, but Stearns shouldn't have mentioned the WBC.
That's why I think
agree.
David Stearns, despite my disagreements or agreements with him, I think he's really good at addressing the media. I listen to all of his press conferences. I do Rico's. I think he's really buttoned up. I thought his answers around Soto were just like, they were messy.
Yeah.
We never thought about it. I'm like, what are you, a bozo? What do you think of it? You're the smart.
He's a corner outfielder. You have to think about it.
Why wouldn't you think? And he's played left field half of his career.
Yes.
And when I say he's the smartest guy, I'm not even doing the Benigno sarcasm. Like, he's a really smart guy. You never thought about it? Like, why? Why am I, as an idiot, thinking about it with Tiki in December of last year, and you're like, oh, never thought of that. Oh.
I'm more concerned with, do you know all the managers in the WBC?
No.
All right, good. I was going to say.
No, I know Pujols.
I don't even think about them.
That's why when he shouted that out, I was like, Evan, I understand.
But it is our Pujols. I mean, so
okay.
It's,
And he got managerial interviews this offseason.
Do you have the list of the WBC managers? Because I can guess right now, as long as you have the right answers.
I don't.
Well, pull it up, and I'll try to guess, because I honestly don't know. Like, my guess on Puerto Rico would be Yadi Molina. I mentioned him earlier for getting a big hit for Puerto Rico years ago. He obviously got the big hit against the Mets, and I never forget when he said, hey, that meant more to me than the game-winning home run against Aaron Heilman in the 06 NLCS.
I have 19 of the 20.
All right. Do you have Puerto Rico?
Well, now I got to guess.
That's all I'm asking about right now. We're not gonna
yes, you were right.
So
Yachty.
my random guess would be Yachty. Am I right?
You got that right.
Nice.
Venezuela.
Wow, I'm feeling hot now.
I'm trying to think of any of these names on this list that I recognize. So there's DeRosa.
Well, don't give it away. I was going to guess.
Well, you said DeRosa. You said
There's two that have local.
Didn't you say DeRosa?
I said DeRosa, Yachty, I guess, and
Right.
Pujols.
So I'm just saying the ones that you mentioned already.
How about the British manager?
So this is where I'm kind of getting exposed here because I have to understand what flags are what. I think is Australia in this?
Ooh, what is this one? This new Hall of Famer.
Yes, I think that's the Netherlands, Tiki.
Andrew Jones?
Andrew Jones.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, we have Italy. Do you know Italy?
Mike Piazza.
No, close though, sort of.
Paul LaDuca.
Right town, wrong team.
I have no idea.
Francisco Cervelli.
Really?
Yeah.
Francisco Cervelli's managing the Italian team?
Yeah.
He's also Venezuelan, I thought. Who's managing the Venezuelan team?
I don't know what the Venezuelan flag
Oh,
looks like.
come on, bro.
I don't.
How about you look at the names and see who's Venezuelan?
Well, no, because then I could get caught in a bad cancel situation.
It's not canceling. You'd be wrong.
What
You'd
does the
say,
Venezuelan flag look like?
Is it yellow, blue, and
Yes.
red? Is that the one?
Yes.
Oh, guess right. Jose Mascarera.
Oh, not familiar with his
Yeah.
work. All right. There you go.
There is Australia. Dave Nielsen.
Was he like a left-handed hitter for the Brewers?
Yeah. I remember playing with him in Stratomatic.
That is the most
And Ian Kinsler's a manager.
What team is John Jaha managing?
Not.
No? Okay. All right, we're done with that game, but that was fun. I appreciate it.
That was.
Let's go.
You got a couple of them right.
I know. I'm a geek. Kevin's down in Florida. What's up, Kevin?
What's going on, guys?
All's well.
Yo.
I am actually experienced in the handmade injury in baseball. So it's actually very simple in today's day and age of baseball. The handmade bone is an injury that affects players who have sort of like a high launch angle uppercut swing.
Okay.
And they hang onto the bat with two hands throughout the entire swing.
Huh.
And usually when they swing and miss with two hands on the bat with a high launch angle, when their hands roll over, the top hand in the swing sometimes will not react well, and it can cause an injury in the thumb hand area and also the forearm.
Interesting.
And an example I would give, because everyone's saying Corbin Carroll, Jackson Holliday, Lindor, 6 weeks. Some Yankee fans might remember this actually happened to Andrew Benintendi a couple years ago.
Yeah, then he missed the playoffs, right? Or he rushed back, and I forget what happened.
Well, Evan, if we're being honest, he was like a batting champion. He swung and missed, and we never heard of him again.
Yeah.
Now that was with his forearm. It was a little more different. But for everyone who's kind of confused about this handmade bone injury, in this day and age of baseball, with the high launch angle uppercut swing, I know guys like Lindor, they don't swing high up like the Joey Gallos of the world. But how it works is that you hold on to the bat with two hands throughout the swing with a high launch angle, and usually when you swing and miss, sometimes your top hand in the swing will roll over and not react well, and it will cause an injury.
Interesting. Well, what Stearns had said about Lindor is that he has battled this soreness for years, and it would just go away.
Right.
And this time it didn't go away, and he complained about it. So I'm curious if it is what you're saying, that it was a certain moment, or if it's just eventually started hurting so much that maybe he had this for a while, but because the pain left and went, he was able to fight through it,
right?
And now it stuck around. Benintendi's fascinating because I remember him being traded for. He was having a great year with the Royals. Was not that good with the Yankees. Got hurt. We never saw him again. And now he's not any good. He bounces around baseball and he's just a mediocre player. I can't say that
Is that injury? Is that injury related?
I was going to say I don't think the hamate bone injury caused it necessarily.
Well, didn't he say it was his forearm also as well?
Oh, did he?
So it could be multiple things up the line.
Yeah, possibly.
Or maybe he broke down.
Yeah.
Or maybe it just wasn't that good. And he was having a career season with the Kansas City Royals. Who the hell knows? Let's go to Constantine in Homedale. Hey, Constantine.
What's up, guys? I just want to talk about the Knicks last night. I mean, that's a game you got to get. I mean, they've beaten you 2 years in the playoffs. They're the worst team in the league. Cat, when are we going to see Cat put a body on someone? Like Tiki said, you're not small. You're 7 foot and thick. Right. You got to put a body on someone. Brunson, he takes every shot down the stretch. Every shot. They know you're going to shoot it. Every time. And I know he had 40 points. I think that's when we got to get. Listen, what I said on the radio last week, Alvarado, he's going to come in. He's going to get you that hype play, N1, steal. We got to be better. Not an overreaction. That's a trap game.
Right.
got
But to be better.
I think that the fairest way to look at it, and you're kind of hitting it, is that, we may forget about this in a few weeks. It's not going to ruin your season, but you can't lose that game.
No. You're right.
You are facing a bad, tanking basketball team. I don't care how fired up they are because they're in Madison Square Garden. Look at the roster. I mean, yes, Siakam is there and Nesmith is there, but, Jackson and Potter and, whoever else the hell was playing. I know TJ McConnell was kicking ass. You can't lose that game. And as far as Jalen down the stretch is concerned, he dominates the basketball. He plays a lot of hero ball, but the shots he missed in the fourth quarter, he makes them 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, and if he makes those shots, they win.
Yeah.
That's what he's on this team for.
You know who also missed an incredible look that I could not get over, and it gets forgotten about because of the cat play? Landry Shamet.
Mm-hmm.
Because after Siakam misses the free throw, splits the free throws, it's a 2-point game, Knicks don't have a timeout, they're rushing up the court. He gets this incredible look on the right wing. He's wide open.
Right.
But good for Shamet. He got rid of the shot so quick. It gave Cat time to actually box out and get fouled. So he went to the free throw line to tie the game up. But I thought as that ball was coming out of Shamet's hands, it was going down. And the Knicks were going to win that game that way. And that was why that game was the opposite of the Denver game. Because if you recall the way Denver tied it, I remember saying to you guys, boy, I really thought the Knicks were going to lose. That's a really bad loss, the way you had that.
Mikal Bridges
gets
the loose ball foul
Right.
off the ball with 0.3 seconds left.
It felt, that's an ugly loss. And to the Knicks' credit, they responded. When they tied the game the way they did, I thought the complete opposite, which is, all right, now they're going to blow them out.
Yeah.
All right,
unfortunately, Jalen Brunson, they don't score for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, what do you guys just left it all on the line at the end of regulation?
Dude, their first bucket in overtime was Huck Porty with 48 seconds to go.
Yeah.
And then they went on another ferocious comeback and almost had a chance. It really was crazy. We'll get back to your calls in a few at 888-808.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison is more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Discover yours at RayCatinaEdison.com.
It's pretty damn cold outside, so the fan's got the hot stove keeping you warm.
Giddy up, baby! Giddy up! Gone! A home run by Cody Bellinger!
The Fan has you covered as the Yankees and Mets gear up for spring training. And we'll keep you covered. Your home for New York baseball is 101.9 FM WFAN. And always live on the free Odyssey app.
Want to know why betting on the winter games on FanDuel makes sense? From game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care most about, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The winter games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Curling matches that start slow and somehow get tense fast. Speed skating decided by inches. Hockey games that feel different from the opening faceoff, and so much more. FanDuel is the place to bet on the winter games. You can bet on who you think will take home the gold in alpine skiing, skeleton, bobsleigh, luge, and speed skating, just to name a few. The winter games are here, so stay connected to all the action with FanDuel. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This President's Month at Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat. We're celebrating all month with special presidential savings, plus 0 down payment.
We have your new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram at extra special fun is in the driver's seat savings.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4, just $187 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo X 4x4, just $295 a month.
Plus, choose from a wide selection of certified pre-owned vehicles.
And if you need credit help, we're here to make it fast and easy on Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
President's Day Sales Event. Term 27 months to Sign Compass 5782, Cherokee 5890 at tax tag 489 dock and DMV fees.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel despised the word empty. Empty plates, empty tables, empty stomachs. That's why he made the KFC $5 bowls, like the famous bowl. Creamy mashed potatoes, crispy chicken, corn, gravy, and cheese. Because the only empty the Colonel liked was when you reached the bottom of that bowl. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. 5 KFC bowls for just $5 each.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. It's Dunkin's world and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Dunkin's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee, whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself, because at Dunkin' they make deals for everyone. Get Dunkin's $5 meal deal only at Dunkin'. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Offer prices varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
You spend your days processing thousands of requests at once, so I get it. Being on all the time is exhausting. Running a business means wearing every hat, but when you're taking client texts at dinner just to keep up, you aren't scaling, you're drowning.
When you're stretched thin, calls get missed, and revenue walks out the door. It's hard to see the bottlenecks until you realize how much growth is slipping away. There has to be a smarter way.
So now is the time to try Quo. Quo is the #1 business phone system that streamlines and scales your customer communications. So say goodbye to voicemail. Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never lose a lead.
Plus, your team can share one business number for calls and texts. It creates seamless collaboration, so nothing is missed with Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Like I said, it's time to try Quo for free at quo.com/WFAN. That's QUO.com/WFAN. To try Quo for free. Quo.com/WFAN.
This isn't just a game, it's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Be there at Barclays Center on February 15th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. We have it. We have the suspensions from that Pistons-Hornets brawl, and here they are as follows. Isaiah Stewart, 7-game suspension.
Wow, he's coming off the bench.
7 games.
Yeah, he's got to.
7 games.
He was coming off the bench like a maniac.
Yeah, I guess we knew that was going to happen, but man.
It feels like an ace of the
sounds a lot.
season.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Miles Bridges gets 4 games. Diabate gets 4 games. And Jalen Duren gets 2 games. But again, the big headliner there, Isaiah Stewart, 7 games. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
So Duren gets suspended 2 games. He is an all-star. It does not include the NBA All-Star game, correct?
No, but that's kind of an oddity.
I'm just saying because
you play in an All-Star game while you're in a suspension?
I don't know. It's a 2-game suspension. They played tonight. That's 1. The second game would technically be on Sunday.
Well, it's got to punish the team he plays for, but still.
I'm joking, but here's where it does impact the New York Knicks. You know who the Pistons play coming out of the All-Star break?
The Knicks?
The New York Knicks. It's actually the final head-to-head meeting between the Knicks and the Pistons. Detroit has already won the season series. They're up 2-0.
So they're not going to care.
Well, I mean, are they not going to care? I think the Pistons care because they want to just make the Knicks suffer. Does it matter in terms of standings? It matters in terms of the Knicks getting the 2 seed or the 3 seed, but I think the 1 seed is clearly long gone. Like, they're already 7 games back or 6.5 games back. They're not going to have the tiebreaker, but Detroit will be without 2 key players. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So these games don't matter if you're a Knicks fan. You want to get the highest seed possible, but that news does impact Knicks Pistons because they are the first game out coming out of the All-Star break in a little over a week. So interesting news there. The other thing was yesterday, and we'll get back to your calls in a few minutes, 888-808-1019. You know I'm a sick, twisted man.
Mm-hmm.
Clint Kubiak was announced as the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yep.
I watched the press conference.
Of course you did. You needed to see what his stance was on Fernando Mendoza.
That's it. No, 1,000%. Like, nothing else mattered to me. It was more, isn't going to offer me any hints about what the Raiders are going to do with the number 1 overall pick. I, as a Jet fan, would love to trade for the number 1 overall pick. We touched on it a little bit yesterday in regards to Derek Carr coming out of retirement. Would he go to the Raiders? Would he go with the Jets? Would he go to the Raiders and the Raiders trade the number 1 overall pick? We actually took a call from a Raider fan who said, I want to trade the number 1 overall pick. Then another Raider fan called in and said, that guy should be thrown in jail. How can you trade the number 1 overall pick? Let's just follow the facts. I got 3 clips, and you tell me, Tiki, what you take out of these clips.
Okay.
Are you ready? The first one is Clint Kubiak talking in a post-press conference interview about Fernando Mendoza.
Saw him play the national championship game. I saw the interviews he's given after those games and how team-oriented he is. But I look forward to getting to know the player better. But obviously, a really talented guy with a bright future, and we'll see where he ends up. But we got a lot of work to do to get to know him before that time comes.
Yeah, doesn't sound fully committed to him, but that could just be very well timed coach speak.
I mean, he's also commenting on this before he's even at the Seahawks parade. So
That's true.
maybe give him a little time.
All right. Here's the second clip I pulled. This is a direct question. What are you going to do with the number 1 overall pick?
As far as who the first pick is going to be, we got a lot of tape to watch before we determine who that's going to be. But I'm excited to get into that process.
What do you think out of that?
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything? You didn't get a read out of this?
No.
No read.
The only read so far is he sounds like an NFL head coach.
Yes. He has no excitement in his voice.
So far, you have taken nothing out of
He's giving
Kubiak?
nothing away.
All right.
I feel like I know nothing about him.
Let's try clip number 3, and I have to admit, this is not Clint Kubiak. This is Raiders owner Mark Davis. He is not as coach speak as Kubiak. Let's see if we can pick anything up from Mark Davis.
You look good. Yeah, he won the national championship. So that's a good thing. We'd like to have that.
With that,
he sounded excited.
He's taking that Fernando fella.
You're probably right, Al.
That's what it sounded like.
Well, he just said we need that at the
Yes.
very end.
Yes.
So is that a confirmation that they are taking Fernando Mendoza?
I mean, the question is, whose decision is it? Is it Mark Davis's decision ultimately, or is it a mix of Tom Brady? Is it the Clint Kubiak as the head coach? Whose decision is it?
That's a great question.
I would be highly alarmed if I'm a Raider fan. Not that I don't think Mendoza is going to be great or that
But
Kubiak's
just
not great.
that Mark Davis is telling you what's going to happen?
Yeah, and saying it that way. Well, he won a national championship. Mark, we better not be judging guys who win national championships as to who you should pick and draft.
Right.
You think that's alarming?
He's taking that Fernando fella.
Okay. You think that Mark Davis line was alarming?
It is alarming. Yeah.
I got one more from Mark Davis. Can you pull up Mark Davis I have in the system?
You have another Mark Davis?
Yeah. Put it this way. I think it's labeled as broken clock. Do you have something labeled
Oh,
as...
there it is. I got it.
Listen to Mark Davis on why Raider fans should have confidence in his ownership.
Oh,
What do they say? Broken clocks right twice a day?
Right. Could you imagine if
he's just trying to bring some levity to the issue at hand.
The issue is he sucks, and so
yes.
Hey, broken clocks are right twice.
But eventually, I gotta win something, right?
Ah, boy. If Woody Johnson said that, Tiki, we'd lose our minds.
Of course you would.
Okay.
You would be like, sell the team.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. You don't know what the hell you're doing, and you don't even care.
Yes. Yes, you're 1,000% right. Sometimes it makes me laugh to hear another owner say something as ridiculous as that.
Right.
Yeah, so my conclusion.
Just be blessed it wasn't your owner.
You're right, I am. I'm counting my blessings.
Because that would be right in line with LOL.
I felt violated. No, absolutely. Yes. I agree. If Woody Johnson had said, hey, I don't think I'm that bad of an owner, and I think we could turn it around, a broken clock is right twice a day, yes, I would be very upset. My conclusion from this is I think it is very likely they take him. But I think the door is slightly ajar.
Yeah.
For 2 reasons, okay? 2 reasons. And I want you to pull this clip, all right? I got another clip I forgot to tell you about, Sean. Pull up the Todd McShay clip, okay? Because say what you want about Todd McShay. He's a draft guy, right?
Yeah.
We trust Todd McShay?
Of course.
All right. I want you to
At least
listen.
you're going to listen to him.
Right, and be open-minded.
Yeah.
Okay? My 2 reasons why the door is slightly ajar is, A, you even brought up who's making the decision. We don't know. Is it Mark Davis? Is it Tom Brady? Is it Clint Kubiak? Kubiak really didn't give you a full commitment. Tom Brady has said in the past about not trusting young quarterbacks. So you never know where the brain trust is going, and I don't think we fully know who's making the decision. But the other reason I have slight hope is what Todd McShay said about the 2026 draft in comparison to the 2027 draft. Listen to how outspoken he was, considering having assets in 26, versus assets in 27?
I think you should be put in a loony bin. Here we go. A loony bin. Like straight to the psych ward. If you're willing to give up 2027 compensation for 2026.
Think about that. That's what makes me say, well, wait a second. The Jets are so loaded with 2027 compensation.
But what were they specifically talking about? Quarterbacks?
In the draft in general.
This has been a theme. It's not just the quarterbacks. People seem to think that like you're going to get round 1 talent and round 3 next year.
Yeah, but you also have to draft somebody in 2026.
Right.
So what he's basically saying is no matter where you are, just stay put.
Hold on. Can I throw you a counter?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be very conservative. And Sean,
I'm not saying I'm saying that. That's what Todd McShay is saying.
But let me offer you this to the Raiders and Todd McShay. If the New York Jets went to the Raiders and said, look, we're going to swap 1 and 2, which means you are getting your pick of the litter of everyone outside of Fernando Mendoza. And the Jets say, you know what we're going to throw in? We're going to give you Indianapolis as 2027. And that's it. That's it. Nothing else. We're giving you. Isn't that loony bin quality? And if you're the Raiders, you're getting your pick in 26. In fact, you're basically picking the best player possible, not named quarterback.
Right.
And then you're getting like this valuable, insanely valuable golden ticket for the draft that's supposedly loaded.
It's an exception for 1 and 2 this year. That's it.
So then I'm in play.
Of course. Because if you get your quarterback and you think he's the guy and he is the guy, you don't care about 2027.
That's why I would do it personally.
Who cares?
Despite what Todd McShay said, I do that. I do that.
You have other picks in 2027. It's not like you're getting rid of your 2027 pick and, oh, my God, we don't have a first-round pick in 2027.
And that's where the loony bin thing works for me. So, like, for any other team, I totally get that.
Yeah.
The New York Jets have 3 number 1 picks in the 2027 draft. Now, if I'm looking at my pick.
First round pick.
That's what I meant. I apologize. If I'm looking at Indy, Dallas, and the Jets and saying, okay, how do I value it? Obviously, I'm going to value mine the most. But I'm also going to value Indy incredibly high.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the Colts are going to be.
Because who is their quarterback next year?
Now, Dallas, I'm going to say, you even picked them to go to the Super Bowl next year, so that could very well be mid-20s, but you never know with Dallas. I'm in a position to trade you one of those picks, and if you're the Raiders, you just added a pick in which, according to Todd McShay, should put a Jet team or any other team in the loony bin for even offering it.
Right.
So that's where the door is slightly ajar. So Al Dukes and your Fernando character guy, let me tell you.
He's taking that Fernando fella.
Not necessarily.
Well, he is, Evan. I don't want to crush and stomp on your dreams. But if what McShay is saying is true, it makes even more sense for the Raiders not to listen to the loony bin offers because you have the number 1 overall pick. You don't have a quarterback. Mendoza's not just the number 1 pick because he's a quarterback. He's the number 1 pick because he was that great in college football this year. And guess what you get to do with Kubiak this year? You get to take him number 1 overall. You're not giving up any assets. And if Mendoza over the course of 17 weeks, you get the vibe, you know what? Man, we stink. We're winning 3 games again, and we sure like this draft and where we're falling in that quarterback better. You could flip Mendoza for loony bin 2027 picks next year and then go turn around and draft a quarterback where you're at.
No, I get you.
You get a year of intel.
Do you agree, though, that the Jets are going to try to do this?
Of course they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
Did you see what they just did?
No.
Sean, do me a favor. You're all over the coaching hires. The coaching hires that people don't pay attention to.
Musgrave?
Who did the New York Jets hire as their quarterbacks coach? Well, you just said it, so you can say it again.
Musgrave.
Bill Musgrove or Musgrave.
Great.
You see his resume?
Yeah.
Recruited Fernando Mendoza.
I remember a world where the Giants hired Matt Stafford's brother-in-law.
Damn it.
That's true.
You're so right.
That is true.
That is true.
Just shut the up.
I'm just pointing that out, that there is a connection that leads you to think that the Jets think there's a shot. Like, it's not just me saying it on Sports Talk Radio on February 11th because I listened to every word of Clint Kubiak's press conference and Todd McShay's dopey podcast. Like, the Jets legitimately think they're in play because you would have to believe that is it Musgrave or Musgrove? I'd like to get his name right. I want to be respectful.
I feel like it's Musgrave.
Is it Musgrave?
Hold on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I just want to respect his name.
Bill Musgrave.
Musgrave, okay. Yeah. Jackson Smith-Njigba went on a very powerful explanation on why his name is important to him and his heritage and his history. And so it made me realize that I want to get everybody's last name right because I'm sure there are more stories than just that.
Right.
So Musgrave.
For those that missed that story, Jackson Smith-Njigba's dad or grandfather took the name Jackson or whatever Smith, John Smith. I think it was actually his name was John Smith, and that was his name until his grandfather passed away.
Yep.
And then he didn't want to lose that name,
right?
The heritage of his upbringing from. I forget what country.
I know he said it, and I totally forgot. It was
damn it.
It was powerful stuff,
Yeah,
and he was smoking a cigar as he said it too.
Right.
So yeah, I just want to get his last name right, but he does have a history with Fernando Mendoza.
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, you're right.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yes,
and so he put now it's Smith and Jigba.
Yes, indeed. So what we learned from this exercise is the Jets are getting Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, now hold on.
I'm just
kidding. This is where I got to do the homework.
Go ahead.
He, in his stint, 2015-2016, he is the guy credited with developing Derek Carr with the Raiders. He worked under Jack Del Rio.
I have two connections now. We talked a lot about this yesterday, about Derek Carr coming out of retirement and why
Carr's two best years happened under Musgrave's tutelage.
You know what? That may be more of it than Mendoza.
I think you're right.
Because
if you recruit Fernando Mendoza, it's like you don't really work with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Did he land him?
Yeah, I think he did when he went to Cal. I think he had him for a year.
So he landed him at Cal.
Yeah, had him for a year or two or whatever it is. Yeah.
He was the offensive coordinator the 2 years where Derek Carr threw for 8,000 yards and 60 touchdowns.
No, but did he land Fernando Mendoza is my question. And he coached him.
Yes.
Well, he didn't land him as the head coach.
He landed
worked with him.
He worked with him.
Yes,
that's my point.
That's the point.
Right.
Well,
so it's both then.
He's done both. Now, do me real quick before we get to your calls. I just want to, for anyone who missed it, Derek Carr's love for the New York Jets. Can you pull that one up? It's Derek Carr number 2 from yesterday.
So from yesterday.
From yesterday.
You're going to have to give me a second because I didn't have that preloaded.
I mean, gee, can't you work quicker?
Clown.
I mean, Tommy would have had it already.
Well, okay.
Clown.
Bring Tommy back and have him sit here.
I'm a fat moron.
Nah, it's gone to his head. He's never coming back.
No, that's it.
I heard him yesterday demeaning Paul Rosenberg, and I'm like, Tommy's long gone. Like
Carr 2?
Yeah, this is, if memory serves correct, Derek Carr explaining his love for Aaron Glenn and the New York Jets.
I love Aaron Glenn.
I love
Glenn's
Aaron
a good
Glenn.
friend.
Great golfer, good friend.
Okay, love Aaron Glenn. Okay, I talk to him whenever it's viable. All right. Okay. I love Aaron Glenn. Okay.
It might be viable soon.
Okay.
Your green sweatshirt.
You're wearing green? Yeah. Mine was for Christmas tree.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Listen, I love him, but I also love Jet fans.
Dude, that clip, the more I hear it, Derek Carr is telling us he's quarterbacking the Jets.
Right. So what is his relationship with Aaron Glenn?
I think Glenn, what is? Because I was going to say Glenn was on the staff in New Orleans, but he wasn't. So it's not even that. Maybe just knows him.
Well, he was in New Orleans, wasn't he?
But not when they were together.
Yeah, because that was recent.
Yeah.
I don't know what the relationship, but he said, you know what it is? Because I think we talked about this yesterday. It's golf. They played golf together.
Right.
They're golfing buddies.
And Glenn was teammates with the other Carr.
David.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so the challenge is when you think about where the Jets are, if Derek Carr comes there or whatever, just what's happened this offseason. Like when you think about how they put together the coaching staff, the new one, and what the roster is going to look like, is it fully committed to being Jets and pushing this thing forward? Because I don't know what Frank Reich, I thought was retired. To me, he felt retired. Then he came out of retirement because Andrew Luck was like, hey, we need an interim coach. So he comes out of retirement and he coaches at Stanford. And now he's back to retirement, and now Aaron Glenn calls him and is like, hey, man, I need you to be the coach of the offense or whatever. He comes out of retirement. Like, how long is this? What is this?
Doesn't that lead you?
Thing?
But everything you just said, doesn't that lead more to a guy like Derek Carr?
Yes.
Yeah.
As opposed to whatever the rookie is.
Right. And again, listening to that clip of Derek Carr, and that's from his podcast from a month ago, he's basically joking in front of all of us that he's a Jet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how anyone could miss this.
That he's had this conversation.
He says, I talked to Aaron Glenn when it's viable. His brother jokes, well, it may be viable soon. And then immediately talks about the green sweatshirt he's wearing.
Yeah.
Like, they told you.
Yeah.
They told you.
But as we said yesterday, he can't actually say it because it would be tampering on Aaron Glenn's part.
Right.
Because he's still under contract by the
Yeah,
Saints.
they'd have to make a deal with the Saints. But that clip, that's the third time I've heard that clip now. The more it's like, they're telling us he's playing for the Jets next year.
Right.
Like, why are we all missing this? Am I wrong here, Sean? You heard the same thing.
I would try hard to fight this. I can't. I think
right. If he's playing for the Jets.
This is all signs are pointing.
To go from I can talk to him soon when it's viable to his brother immediately saying, you with the green sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And Derek Carr saying, that's for Christmas. Like, what's going on? Like they're all laughing at us. So I am now fully convinced Derek Carr is going to quarterback the Jets next year, and I'm not making it up. I'm just listening to the freaking guy talk.
Well, if it's a desperation year, meaning we got to win, that makes sense. Instead of, let's just go find some young project. It's got to be somebody who's had success in the NFL.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn's going down. He's going down with his best shot.
No, I guess
he should, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's get back to your calls. I guess not. What?
I don't want you mocking me for this because I do actually think it's breaking news because this was the one I was gasping for, and it's happening.
What
in a good way.
sport?
Baseball, Yankees. In a good
baseball,
way. It's positive Yankee news.
All right.
Oh, thank God.
Aaron Boone has spoken on Giancarlo Stanton. He has had a good winter, and there are no restrictions or limitations on him or that elbow last year that hampered him. He's good to go.
Shut up, Tubby.
That is breaking news because everybody kind of silently didn't want to say this today.
Well, I was always.
I don't remember. I don't remember it affecting. Oh, you're talking about Aaron Judge.
No.
Giancarlo
Stanton. It didn't affect him on stretch, but we all kind of wonder because it came out of nowhere last year. Is this something that's going to keep coming up?
Yeah, it did come out like first day of spring training. Kind of like
but what did he say about Aaron Judge? Because Aaron Judge also has
this is
an
all
elbow
happening right now.
injury.
I haven't seen the Judge quote yet.
Okay.
The reason I was confident is Big Mac asked Aaron Boone, like pointed when Aaron was in with Big Mac and Craig. He's like, hey, I just want to make sure that when we get to spring training, there's no Giancarlo surprise. Yeah, look, Big Mac's right over there.
Yeah.
I'm quoting Big Mac. Big Mac said to him, like, hey, just want to make sure before I come, don't freak me out. Everything's good with Giancarlo. And he said, yeah, everything's good. So if Aaron Boone sat there today and said, oh, yeah, he lost an elbow in the offseason, I mean, we'd have to.
Yeah. No, he's been pretty straightforward about Giancarlo. Even when Giancarlo had the hamstring injury 2 seasons ago, remember, we had him because that was the Subway Series. He came in and we talked to him at the Cadillac Club, and he's like, yeah, he told us. He took himself out. I'm going to be back at this time. He was back at that time.
Yeah.
So they're pretty transparent with Giancarlo
Now,
Stanton.
I do agree with you that as Aaron Boone is talking, please break the glass to make sure everybody's healthy. Because what we've witnessed over the first 2 days in spring training makes you think that Jazz Chisholm is going to lose a leg.
Chisholm! Hold on, I have an update on that. I'm having fun with this, so let's do it again. Aaron Boone has finished his media by stating this. The Yankees currently don't have any other injuries or anyone starting behind outside of the guys we already knew about in Volpe, Cole, Rodon, and Schmidt.
Wow. The Yankees have survived.
We're back, Evan. We're back.
They survived with their players doing nothing.
No ham-aids here.
Bro, and we mock this. The Blue Jays.
I know.
The Diamondbacks. The Orioles.
Braves.
The Mets.
Braves.
The Braves.
Phillies. The Tigers.
Every team has been affected by a day one spring injury except for the New York Yankees. So congratulations. I'm happy for you guys.
I'm psyched.
No, good. I am. I'm very happy for you.
Oh, and nobody has to move positions either. Everybody's locked in.
Yes, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Let's go to Rob in Wayne, New Jersey. Hey, Rob.
Hey, guys. Hey, now that Sean just mentioned that he's the mush, now Stanton's going to get hurt.
That's right.
Anyway, so, Evan, I love you, dude. But do your arms hurt? Because you're reaching with this Mendoza stuff. I take Carr, man. You guys can have him. I'm a Raider fan. There's another clip you need to go find. Mark Davis yesterday, when somebody asked him about the draft, and he got giddy to the point where he had to hold back his excitement when he spoke about what side of the ball they were drafting from. That clip is out there. I saw it yesterday. And I said to myself, I'm like, his poker face is terrible. Like, he literally just said without saying, we're drafting Mendoza.
Oh, no, but we acknowledge that. And that's why we played that Mark Davis clip in which he said, Mendoza won a national championship, quote, we'd like to have that. I think it's very obvious, and I acknowledge that he has a preference. I don't know about Clint Kubiak and Tom Brady, which led Tiki to ask the question, who's making the decision? Is it an ownership decision, or are they going to allow Tom Brady and Clint Kubiak and Spytek to actually make that decision? But I do agree with you that it's probably about 95% that they're going to draft him. Mm-hmm. I think there's that 5% of a trade.
Well, I think, and that would likely only happen if they had some sort of concern that pops up during combine, off-season visits, all that other stuff, which I don't think is going to happen. He's healthy. He's quirky, but he's smart as hell, and he's a pretty good athlete. He makes all the sense in the world.
Chris is calling from Merrick. Hey, Chris.
What up, Chris?
What's going on, guys? I'm going to have to agree with the last caller. I don't see it happening, but I'll give you a different perspective. that general manager last year, whether you want to believe it or not, tried to tank by benching his best defensive player in the last 2 games of the season. Whether they can reconcile that or not, we'll see. You can't trade the opportunity to take Mendoza thinking about potentially what you could get in 27 if it all shakes out the right way and you're in position. Regardless of assets, if there's a player that people think is a franchise quarterback, it doesn't matter what picks you have. It's the number 1 pick. I'm taking it and starting my rebuild.
Yeah.
The Jets have this bounty of picks, which I think is great, but if the Raiders are, which I can't see them not be at this point, I don't see that GM doing the same thing and putting himself in a situation where he potentially has to tank again in 26.
No, I get you, and I think it is likelier than not that they take Mendoza, but I think there's a perfect storm that makes it the 5% chance as compared to the 1% chance it being a normal season. And here's the perfect storm. The Jets are picking 2, so it's not a reach to go from 2 to 1. You're not going from 9 to 1. You're not going from 5 to 1. You're going from 2 to 1. And then they have a loaded amount of picks in a draft that is widely considered to be far better than the one that's currently taking place. And so that's why I think there's at least that small chance. Because normally, I'd say it's over. It's 0%. Like, it's done. They're taking Mendoza. It's not even worth discussion. But I think those 2 factors, maybe I'm being naive, slap me, those 2 factors at least give it like a small chance. With that said, I think it's Derek Carr, based on everything Derek Carr is saying. We'll get back to your calls in a minute, 888-808-1019. And despite good news around the New York Yankees and everybody being healthy, what if I told you Sean Morash is still pissed off at Brian Cashman for a bizarre reason? We'll find out what it is next, live from the Town Fair Tire studio, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Hey, listen up, guys. It is time for a healthier you. My good buddy John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on my biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Well, now is the time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. Their dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy can develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. And if you have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help get you back to the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
With LeBron James missing last night's Lakers loss to the San Antonio Spurs, he is ineligible for All-NBA honors, and that will snap a 21-year streak of LeBron making an All-NBA team. And that's going to end up being up there with Cy Young, 511 wins, as a record that will never be surpassed in professional sports. LeBron, maybe this is his last year, maybe it's next year. We should all appreciate his greatness. I'm Nick Costos.
When it's time to replace your appliances, Lowe's has you covered. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. And members get more like free delivery, haul away, basic installation and parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select major appliances. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 2/25 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Florida. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Clouds and sun, windy, high 42.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
The Rutgers men's basketball team is back in action this winter at Jersey Mike's Arena. Join the fun and don't miss the excitement on the court as head coach Steve Peichel and the Scarlet Knights take on some of the top teams in the Big Ten Conference. Limited tickets are still available to come cheer on your Scarlet Knights. For more information or to purchase Rutgers men's basketball tickets, visit scarletknights.com. That's scarletknights.com. And go RU.
There's still time to order Boiling Bay for Love Day. Get a 3-pound seafood boil complete with fixins for $59. Choose from crawfish, shrimp, or mussels. Or send your loved one a dozen gourmet cookies. Our Valentine's Day cookie box is now $30. Go big and select a 3-pound king crab or lobster feast for $99. Order by Wednesday for guaranteed delivery. Find these and other great gift ideas at boilingbay.com. That's boilingbay.com.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Hola, amigos! It's a big noise. Brad Evans from BetMGM tonight. Listen Monday through Friday starting at 6 p.m. Eastern on Westwood One Sports as we cover the biggest sports stories from coast to coast. Get insights on the NFL playoffs, college basketball conference races, and more. Download the Odyssey app now and listen from anywhere. BetMGM tonight, live and interactive, presented by BetMGM. Tune in, Team Huevos.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get breaking sports news here. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
Variety of subjects here on this busy Wednesday, starting with Juan Soto's move to left, Francisco Lindor's injury, Karl Anthony Towns always whining and complaining, the Raiders potentially trading the number 1 overall pick. You can rewind on the Odyssey app if you missed any of it, and we'll get your calls on all of those subjects in a couple of minutes. Plus, we'll hear from Luke Weaver, who responded to the critics complaining about his Yankee bag. But Sean told me that he's mad at Brian Cashman. And I have no idea why, because if you're just tuning in, the Yankees have reported, and Aaron Boone has said everybody's healthy. You know, outside of the injuries we already knew about to Volpe and Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon, obviously Clark Schmidt, there are no new injuries. So today feels like a happy day for the New York Yankees. And yet Sean Morash, who is the complete opposite of Big Mac Chris McMonagle, who says everything is fantastic. Suck it! Sean thinks everything sucks. So what could possibly be your criticism of your general manager, Brian Cashman?
Without saying a word as spring training starts, Brian Cashman has signaled to every single Yankee fan what our fears are and what the biggest issue with this team is, and it's him being too comfortable.
What?
We've always made the jokes. He's a member of the Steinbrenner family. He is comfortable because he knows he's never on the hot seat. Brian Cashman waltzed in. First of all, I don't know why he needs to be shot like Aaron Judge as far as like a video of him walking in.
Oh, so they did like a walk-in shot?
They did walk-in shots of all the players and Brian Cashman. SNY Yankees, I think, has these videos up.
I'm looking at it right now. He is holding a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Cup of Joe.
And a lot of people, if you go online, are going to talk about the cup of coffee. Oh, he's a cold brew guy. That's not what I'm focused on.
Was it cold brew?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Vanilla,
if you
sweet cream.
pause it, you could actually see.
There's ice in it?
Yeah.
You can see the order from Starbucks, and it says B. Cashman or Brian C. is what it says.
Brian C. And so people are obsessed with it, and that's fine. If you're a coffee lover and you want to see what Cashman drinks. Here's my issue. Evan, I'm going to play the game with you. What's Brian Cashman wearing?
He is wearing a hoodie. He is wearing glasses. He's wearing a trucker hat, is the way I would describe it. Showing Tiki right now. He's got like a backpack. But yeah, he's wearing a hoodie. He looks like me, believe it or not.
That's the issue. He
What?
looks like you.
Why is that?
He looks like me.
Why?
You are the general manager of the New York Yankees. You are the key figurehead of the biggest baseball billion-dollar operation the world has to offer. Dodger jokes aside. And you showed up on your first day of work in what many fans feel is an important year, right? Like, we got to bounce back this year. And you showed up like Evan Roberts and Sean Morash show up to a midday radio show. Can you have a little decorum?
Maybe he changed when he got into the office.
But he's getting.
I mean, it's
it's
not warm down there.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, but so wear the coat.
Are you stupid?
I need
Are you a
to-
stupid
It's
person?
55 degrees in the morning. Now it's going to warm up to 70, but it's 50-something degrees.
I'm sorry. Do people only wear suits in the summer? What do you mean?
Maybe he's got a blazer in his bag or something.
I don't care when you get to the office and you're down on the field. Wear the Yankee hoodie.
Come on.
No.
Walking in, showing up to work.
No,
you
come
can be professional.
on. No, if you're
Have
gonna-
we abandoned all this? It's one thing not to be in airplanes anymore in suits.
Look, he probably has that Collars & Co. Maverick Performance blazer in his bag. It's wrinkle resistant, so it's just balled up. And so when he has to go see people, he just puts it on.
This signals comfortability. Brian Cashman is too comfortable. He knows he's not going anywhere. It signals laziness. And I know, don't tell me it doesn't. Hear me out.
You're wrong.
I am well versed in this. I am well versed in choosing comfort over look, and I think it hurts me in opportunities sometimes. You're the general manager of the Yankees on the very first day of work. I'm not asking you to 162. You got to show up a little more professional than that. You don't show up like Luke Weaver shows up to Citi Field. Wear a suit into the freaking complex. It's the first day. Show that the Yankees are about business. I'm fine getting rid of the beards. I'm fine with all of that. Brian Cashman showed up like I show up, and I'm a lazy, pathetic sack. I don't want my general manager portraying that to the rest of the team. We mean business. We're the Yankees. The Dodgers are trampling all over baseball. Show up like you're important. He showed up like a bum. He looks like a bum. The general manager of the Yankees should not look like a bum.
If it's not one thing, it's another that you're going to find a way to be upset
I didn't
with
want to be
Brian
upset.
Cashman.
I didn't want to be upset
But
with
you
him today.
want it to be. You absolutely want it to be, because that sounds nonsensical.
But is it, and ask Evan, because this was something I just watched. I said, oh, really? This is how
Go
we're showing
ahead.
up?
Ask me what?
No, but what did I say to you? I said, look, did you see the way he showed up today? And Evan's first thought was, what, the coffee? I'm like, no, what's he wearing?
Well, I don't understand the problem. Like, because he's wearing.
It's a casual world we live in these days.
I'm going to do
Why
the
does Brian, you need him in a suit and tie?
Not every day, but I think it's like going back to school. The first day of school, you always wear your nicest clothes, don't you? It's your first day. Can you show up professionally? You've waved the flag that we're already instituting sloppiness and laziness, and you're the figurehead of the whole operation, dude.
Here's what I hate about your argument. Can I be honest with you?
Okay.
You give those that criticize Brian Cashman for good reason a bad name. Because now they're going to remember this inane point that you made on February 11th, and that when you give him a real criticism, whether it's roster construction or an answer to a question, they're going to say, I can't trust him because on February 11th, he was bitching about what he was wearing. Come on, bro.
I'm going to tie this back to
How could you possibly care what Brian Cashman is wearing on February 11th to spring training?
Because I'm going to be fair. I'm going to tie it back to the Giants and work with me here. On that Hard Knocks offseason edition, you might not remember this. Brian Daboll got crushed for the foot on the table, wearing the hoodie, having these conversations with all the draft prospects.
Yeah.
Because it portrayed like, how comfortable are you? That's kind of like, what are you signaling to these guys? Like, you're not about business. And I remember looking at that going, I didn't really see that. And then I understood what people were talking about. I understood the way that portrayed. I have thought about it myself. You know how many days I look in my closet and I see how many nice like button-down shirts I have, and I just don't do it? And I'm like, I'm being lazy. Now I see the GM of the Yankees operating this way. The GM of the Yankees on the first day of work It just strikes me as like, can we be a little more business-like today? Today of
Well,
all
the
days?
business, the field, the office is the field, right?
But everybody wears like the Yankee hoodies and I get that.
Well, maybe
I'm
that's changing because you feel that. Like when we do the Subway Series, you feel the difference between the Yankees and the Mets.
You do.
Like the Mets PR come in, they're casual, they look like they're going to a baseball game. And then the Yankees, they're all got suits on. They always do.
They do have more of a corporate feel.
Yes, 100%. But it's baseball. We're talking about baseball.
I know.
And it's in Tampa, Florida. And it's just chill.
Put on a show. It's a 5-minute walk from your car to the lot. Can I just not have you looking sloppy?
I do have good news.
Trucker hat.
So why would you get dressed to then get undressed once you get to the... Like, it makes no sense.
Well, why do athletes get the suits in the post-game press conferences, the pre-game, when you walk in, get off the...
but that's a game.
They're
That's
traveling.
game day.
They're going somewhere
That's
else.
a business. The game is a business trip. The first day of spring training is not.
Tiki, I've got great news.
Yes.
While that dribble was coming out of his mouth, I have a brand new
That's
idea.
one of my favorite words, by the way.
You like that? Dribble?
Drivel.
Dribble. I thought of a
Not
new...
to be confused with dribble. Drivel.
That's true. It is a little different.
Yes.
I thought of a brand new segment idea.
Okay.
All right, and it's going to involve everybody at WFAN, and it's going to involve the people. We all have strong opinions. Sometimes they're crazy. Sometimes they're weird. Sometimes people think they're not even real. They're fabricated, right?
Yep.
Every Friday, I think we should vote on the dumbest opinion of the week on WFAN.
All right, we got this week's
And
covered.
there's a lot of candidates, so I can't listen all the time. I know Digital puts out some of them, but not all of them. So I would ask the FAN audience to either tweet at us at Evan Roberts WFAN, or you could email thericop@gmail.com, because as of right now, that's my only email address. The dumbest FAN opinion of the week. And I think every Friday we'll have a nice little vote, and we'll figure out which one wins. Because I've already heard a bunch this week, none of which came from me, by the way, but came from a lot of my coworkers. This one's the leader in the clubhouse.
How did we show up to John Harbaugh's press conference?
It's different.
Why is it different?
It was they hired the guy. It was a big event.
We felt like it was important to be
Dude,
properly...
Brian Cashman's been the GM for 100 years.
That's what I'm talking
He's
about.
also there all the time. Like, this isn't his first day.
That's the point, though. It shows when we talk about our frustrations with is Brian Cashman getting... He's just another single fan base that he's so comfortable, we know none of that matters. Him showing up like that tells us for 162 games, don't even utter the words Brian Cashman should be fired. You know he's not. He's comfortable enough showing up to the first day working a hoodie and a trucker hat.
All right.
It's not a dumb opinion.
I'm just writing it
I
down.
promise you the public's going to have my back.
Okay. So what so far, today's Wednesday, has been the dumbest opinion said on WFAN this week?
I mean, probably you backing
Me?
the Drake May Eli thing.
It's me?
Yeah. I'm sure I could find something from Craig's dumping on the Patriots open, too.
Or how about Lukey for 5 hours?
Well, yeah, that's true. There's got to be a lot there.
I think Tommy's going to be on the top of the list most weeks. Tommy and Craig are going to be like a new rivalry.
It seems like Boomer's an awful announcing every day, too.
Yeah,
so we can
Boomer's
revisit some of
Boomer's been
them.
all over the place. Yeah. I think he did a shut up and dribble opinion the other day.
Can't do that.
Let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Robbie and Lennox. What's up, Robbie?
Yes, it's the WFAN Dumb Opinion of the Week. That's hilarious, guys. So last night, I didn't watch the game, but this is what I watch all the time from Jalen Brunson. He dribbles more than half the people in the nursing home, okay? This is getting ridiculous, all right? Thanks, Teak. I love Teak, man. He loves my sense of humor. I know. I miss being on the air right now, guys. I'm a frustrated radio guy. Never listen. I mean, this is the problem I have with the NBA, and I've had this problem for years. Can you stop taking shots from 50 feet out? What are you, Curly Neal and Meadowlark Lemon? I mean, last night, get the ball down to Cat. Cat's role has to be better. He has to develop some kind of low-post shot, okay?
Well,
And
I think
I've said this a million-
but Robbie, I think he has that. I think just for whatever reason, and this has happened for years because I've brought this up a lot to you, Tiki, late in games, he just disappears. And a part of that is on Jalen Brunson. Some of it's on Mike Brown. Some of it is on Cat. I think it's a combination of all three. I know that's not the sexy answer. You want to blame one person. And one defense I want to give on Jalen, he did take a lot of shots yesterday. There was a lot of hero ball.
Right.
I don't necessarily think the shots were bad.
No, he just missed them.
Yeah, he missed them. He missed a lot of actually really good looks.
And by the way, for someone who is the most clutch player in the NBA, that happens. It's the law of averages. On some days, you're just going to be off.
Do you see what Sean is doing right now?
What is that?
He's stacking the phone lines with people who agree with his Cashman
No,
opinion.
I'm waiting for somebody to call to disagree with me.
So
everybody's
far,
agreeing
they're
with
all
me.
agreeing with you.
I knew I was right on this
talking
tape.
about a sweatshirt, bro.
And a trucker hat.
What the hell are we talking about?
I knew I was right. It's sloppy.
Okay, what time did he show up to work today? What time
Whenever.
was it?
Right
What
before our show.
did it look like? I don't know. I have no idea.
It was something. It was 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock in the morning. Who the hell is watching for Brian Cashman at 8 o'clock in the morning?
SNY.
He's going to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Right? When you go to Starbucks, aren't you just, let's say Dunkin'. He went to Dunkin'.
Uh-huh.
So he goes to Dunkin'. Is he wearing dress clothes or just wearing whatever you're comfortable and you wake up with?
I'm on a 7 o'clock train to Penn Station today. I see a million people in suits.
Sean, you're wearing
That's 'cause
a
they're going-
picture of John Harbaugh as a grocery store. That's what you're wearing today. And I'm not knocking it, but you of all people?
I knocked myself. I told you. Cashman should not take after me. I'm troubled. He should not.
All right, let's hear from the people. Deborah is calling from up in Buffalo. What's up, Deborah?
Hey, Deborah.
Hi. Listen, I got to say, I'm a Mets fan, but, I've always said I'm never going to stop being a Mets fan, but I certainly don't enjoy being one lately. but I agree with what Sean said, because just one word I can tell you, character. I mean, your character on how you dress. And I agree with what he said, the first day you're coming up.
All right. I respect it, Deborah. I cannot disagree with you more, but I respect that you took time out of your day, you called up, you're a troubled Met fan, and you're agreeing with Sean. Z is calling from the Bronx. Hey, Z.
Hey, how you doing? I love you guys. But, I'm a Mets fan. When I say I absolutely hate the Yankees, I absolutely hate them.
Okay.
But he's right. When I think of the Yankees, I think of top-notch. And, just come with a suit. It's the first day. When I think of the Mets, yeah, maybe you could pull that off. But Yankees? Come on, man.
I want to make this clear, Z, and thank you for the call. Sean, so far, they were both Met fans.
Okay, so, but they know what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. I also think we live in a different time. Look at NBA head coaches. And I know this has bothered Joe for a long time. It's one of his pet peeves. Coaches used to dress to the nines when they were on the sidelines. And now they're dressed in tracksuits. So it is just a very different time in terms of what we're wearing. Let's go to Bo in Connecticut. Hey, Bo.
What's up, guys? I want to disagree with Sean because there's one simple reason why I disagree. And you brought it up with John Harbaugh. That was his first day on the job. He wore a suit, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that the whole point of Cashman wearing a hoodie is to show that he never stopped working. This isn't his first day. He's been going all off.
Exactly. I like that point.
That's a good one.
I tried to make that to you, Sean. He's been in Tampa forever.
No. But this is the first time all eyes are on you. This is known as we're starting the run here today.
So he needs to dress up
Okay.
today.
No, not all eyes, because I'm sure there have been a lot of media members that have seen Brian Cashman looking quite formal this offseason because he's been down there for so long. This is the first time that a camera is on him. That's different.
Well, but he has to know today the cameras are on.
Why?
It's the first day of spring training. He's walking in with a trucker hat and a hoodie.
No. Let's get
Sweatpants, too.
hold on, chill out. This is the reporting day of spring training.
That's right.
This is not the first day of spring training. That would be tomorrow.
So what do you think? When Goldschmidt signed the other day, he had paint stained red ones from Costco? Do you think that's what happened?
I think he probably had a button-down shirt and khakis on.
If he shows up like this is how he does.
I'm just telling you. Tomorrow, I bet he's churched up.
No, he won't be. You're going to take an L on
Just
this
watch.
one.
He'll be churched up tomorrow.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is, because
He'll
he's
only
listening.
be. Yeah, well, that would be the only way. If Brian Cashman's like, you know what? I heard that fat bleep. You know what I'm going to do to the fat guy?
I saw a belly.
I'm going to dress up to show him.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's not dressing up. Frank and Elmont. Hey, Frank.
Hello, Ev. How are you?
Good, man. What's up?
Listen, I want you to do me a favor. You know I love you like a brother.
Yeah.
Because I used to play for Massapequa. I want you to go find a baseball bat and smash him between the eyes. Because he's a freaking moron. Don't be a Yankee fan anymore. Do us all a favor and shut the you-know-what up.
There was a baseball bat in here, but
Thank
it's
you,
gone
Frank.
now.
Frank, by the way, has called WFAN for many years, and he was Frank in Massapequa, which is why I did not recognize him until he said whatever he said at the beginning of the conversation. And I've said this before. I think
Take a baseball bat and smash on between the eyes.
No, I think it was "Hi, Evan" or something.
Right.
As soon as he started speaking, I recognized his voice, and I've said this before about that guy. My favorite caller in WFAN history.
Yeah, why?
Did you hear what he said?
Yes, of course.
He's just so
because it's mostly that.
He's in your face.
Yes.
He's going to give you his opinion. he's just one of the best. So I haven't heard from him in a long time.
I've just heard from management that they are now thinking about instituting a dress code policy that I've brought it to their attention. I'd like to take back everything.
You see?
See?
You see? I knew
You open
that.
your mouth.
I knew that would happen. We'll get back to your calls in a little bit. 888-808-1019. Sean will try to get on our good side with a Cinco de Luncho in a few minutes. Plus, speaking of what you wear in spring training or what you bring in spring training, Luke Weaver got a lot of crap for bringing a Yankee bag. He has responded to the criticism. We'll hear from Luke Weaver coming up live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Back when I was strapping on the pads, creatine was a locker room secret. Players knew, trainers knew, but fans didn't. But now the secret is out. Creatine boosts strength, speeds up recovery, and even helps brain health. That's why I take GAT Sports' new creatine chews. 5 grams per serving, no sugar, no shaker, and no mess. Save 30% off your first bottle at gatsport.com with code Tiki30. That's GATsport.com with code Tiki30. GAT Sport Creatine Chews. Fuel up and compete harder.
The Nets play the Pacers on the home court, 7:30 tonight. The home of Brooklyn Nets basketball is The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
When it comes down to finding the lowest price on Michelin winter tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire's guaranteed lowest price. And when it comes to free services, nobody gives you more free services on your Michelin winter tires than Town Fair Tire. So why look for Michelin winter tires anywhere but Town Fair Tire, where you always get the guaranteed best deals? Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away.
Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
This President's Month at Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat. We're celebrating all month with special presidential savings, plus 0 down payment.
We have your new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram at extra special fun is in the driver's seat savings.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4, just $187 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo X 4x4, just $295 a month.
Plus, choose from a wide selection of certified pre-owned vehicles.
And if you need credit help, we're here to make it fast and easy on Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
President's Day Sales Event. Term 27 months to assigned Compass 5782, Cherokee 5890 at tax tag 489 dock and DMV fees.
This week's football hot performer, sponsored by Edison HVAC, is Jason Myers. He kicked 5 field goals and 2 extra points in the win over New England. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, you need a new hot performer in a high-efficiency Carrier system. There's only one company to call, Edison Heating and Cooling. New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas, so make sure your system is a hot performer and save money now with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them at edisonhvac.com.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
Baseball or football, WFAN runs the city. Yankees bats, Mets heat, Giants defense, Jets dreams. It's all here every day. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
All right, this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results. ChefIQ.com. Justin Verlander wasn't the only former Mets pitcher to find a new home on Tuesday. 37-year-old Jose Quintana is signing with the Rockies. The terms of the deal have not been finalized. This does scream potential trade deadline move for a team looking for depth in early August when the Rockies inevitably stink again. And have you ever, is a good question, have you ever kept a piece of your bone that's been removed from your body? Zach Wheeler's doing it. He kept the rib that was removed as part of his thoracic outlet surgery, and it's now sitting in a closet in his house. That is a true story coming out of the first day of Phillies spring training.
Yeah, so when you have thoracic outlet syndrome, which I guess Matt Harvey had too.
Is it thoracic?
I don't know.
Thoracic.
Whatever. I think Matt Harvey had it.
Yeah.
And I remember they take a rib out. How big is a rib? Like, how big is that? How big is that? If you put it on your mantelpiece, like, is it?
It's like the same size as the ribs we eat at like Outback.
Probably. I'm trying to feel my ribs now.
Like, is it huge or is it tiny?
I mean, the ribs is pretty big.
So it's like a big thing he has.
Think about
on
the
it.
skeletons that you've seen.
Good point.
It can't be. They took the whole rib out.
I thought that's what they do when you have thoracic outlet syndrome, yeah.
And you just having it sitting in your closet?
That's just weird, dude.
Isn't that bad to keep if you forget about it in 50 years and somebody cleans out? People are going to think you buried a body or something.
Yeah. Right. Who did you murder here?
So 30 years from now, when Zach Wheeler's arrested for attempt for murder, we're going to be, that was the reason.
Yes.
Someone walked into his house and saw his rib sitting there. That's crazy. And you're right about Quintana. When you sign with the Colorado Rockies, you're signing there to eventually get traded.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll get to your Cinco de Luncho in a few minutes. Let's get back to your calls. A lot of people waiting very patiently. 888-808-1019 on a variety of subjects. Rob is in East Meadow. What's up, Rob?
What's up, fellas?
Yep.
First time, long time. Tiki, fellow Giants season ticket holder. Watched you for a bunch of years.
I appreciate
Thanks for the memories. Evan, been listening to you since you were in the midday with Joe. Best opening jingle of WFAN history, the Joe and Evan jingle.
Thank you.
Sean, my question is for you. We were talking about the Super Bowl commercials the other day, and we were talking about Tony Gonzalez wearing a Falcon jersey, but nobody seems to bring up Rob Gronkowski in a Tampa Bay Buccaneers uniform, and what we remember him as opposed to being a Patriot.
Wow.
And then Tiki, and then second up, and then I'll let you guys talk. Tiki, about the Giants and the draft. I don't know much about the talent pool other than the big names, the receiver out of Arizona State or the linebacker out of Ohio State. What type of value do you think this draft class has if the Giants were maybe to trade back from 5, maybe pick up an extra pick, especially because we don't have a third-round pick this year? Just want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that being value, but I think at this point the Giants are going to take the best available defensive player. Now, if Carnell Tate is there, because I think he's the best wide receiver value-wise, the Giants would go that route, but he could go before the Giants get there. But one of those Ohio State defensive players are likely to be, whether it's if the Jets, for whatever reason, don't take Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles is there. I think that's the positions defensively that the Giants are going to look at. So I don't know if moving back helps them per se, because they need an impact player that's going to play right away.
They also need someone motivated to move up,
yeah,
which may be the issue. I'm rewatching the tight end commercial. I have an answer on the Rob Gronkowski one.
I'm curious if it's the same answer.
It's got to be. Bruce Arians is a main part of the commercial.
Yes.
And since Bruce coached them to a Super Bowl championship in Tampa, I think they're just keeping their connection together.
That was my thought, too. Bruce Arians is the whole, big provider of that commercial.
Makes a lot of sense. But I get the point. When you think of Rob Gronkowski, you don't think of him as a Buccaneer. You think of him as a Patriot.
But I think it's also their last team, right?
I don't know if that's completely consistent,
was that
but
true?
maybe.
All right, so who was it? So it was Kittle, who was still on the 49ers.
Yeah.
It was Gronkowski, who finished on the Bucks.
It was Tony Gonzalez,
who finished with the Falcons. And
I don't remember.
Vernon Davis, I think, was in it, too.
He finished as a 49er.
Yeah, so maybe. He also just was a 49er. How many other teams did Vernon Davis? Oh, you know what? He didn't finish with the Niners. Vernon Davis finished in Washington. His last 4 years are with the Commander Redskins.
He almost spent as much time
Okay,
as
so
the
what
Commander
jersey
as
did he
Gonzalez.
have on?
San Francisco, because he was more as a Niner.
Think about it. He played as many years in Washington just about as Tony Gonzalez.
So you're probably right then. It was just because of the Bruce Arians.
Arians.
Because it was about Bruce Arians.
Gonzalez has to be because Kelsey's going to be remembered as the best tight end.
Yeah, in a weird way, Tony Gonzalez may be remembered more as a Falcon simply because of what then happened in Chiefs history. As crazy as that is.
Yeah. Because Kelsey is much better than statistically than he was.
He surpassed him in terms of what they did in that one location, Edwin's in North Carolina. Hey, Edwin.
What's up, Edwin?
Yes, how you doing?
We're good.
Hey, Sean, I just want to bang my head up against the wall with what you're saying today. I mean, with this clothing for the first spring training appearance, we don't have anything else better to talk about? Maybe, another bat for the Yankees or something? We're going to be hard to replace on the dumbest thing said on the FAN.
Yeah, that's the leader in the clubhouse, and a lot of dumb things have been said this week on WFAN. But the leader in the clubhouse is Sean Morash complaining about Brian Cashman's wardrobe on the day before pitchers and catchers report. Or the day pitchers and catchers report.
Just portray not showing how comfortable you are in your job this year. That's all.
You know one thing I also noticed?
He is comfortable.
That's the problem.
that's his
inherently
point.
is the issue.
But it's the reality.
He's not an idiot. He knows Yankee fans are frustrated with him.
But it's the reality, is it not?
But sometimes hide the reality from us.
But why?
Because we're sick of him, and then I got him in a truck.
Doesn't matter if you're sick of him. The ownership isn't. Hal Steinbrenner is not.
That's the problem. It's almost like flaunting it in our face.
Maybe he is.
You know.
Oh, you think it was purposeful?
I mean, maybe.
You know what I just noticed about you, Sean? So yesterday, as you recall, a caller called up and made a comment about what they're saying in Boston about Drake May.
Yeah.
And I agreed with one of the things they're saying in Boston concerning Eli Manning and Drake May. Okay. Sean lost the gasket, specifically at me. He even tweeted later, Evan's causing me pain. I hate it.
I was frustrated later on in the day.
I respect it. I don't have an issue with you yelling at me. I really don't. But I just realized something as you were arguing with Tiki. Have you ever lost it and yelled at Tiki Barber?
No. I saw what happened to Tommy. I can't put myself in that.
Because I fight back.
Yeah, fight back. Also,
I fight back too.
I'll be
He
honest
just
with you.
doesn't care.
I'm going to be fair about this. I could probably fight Tiki on certain stuff, but he doesn't enrage me sometimes as much as you do. It's like, even the way he said it to me just now with the like, why? He was pushing the buttons, but he does it in such a tone. You're like the little Pomeranian that bites your ankles.
There's an art.
He's one of the greatest to do it.
There's an art to arguing.
I have to describe it.
Yeah, I don't think that's it, though.
It's
I
like
think
a disarming argument.
I think it's that you're afraid of your childhood hero. And by the way, if that's the case, you could say
no, because I'm not demeaning him. I'm not putting him down.
Demeaning him?
I'm just asking him to give me the answer.
All right, I'm going to make
So I'm empowering Sean.
Before 2026 is over,
yes,
I'm going to make a vow in my head. I'm going to wait for the moment. I'm yelling at Tiki.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm going to get loud.
I was going to
It's hard to do that because I'm usually right.
I know. And we may not talk for a week after because you're going to be annoyed at it.
I was hoping that, and what I was going to do before you said that, I was going to say to Tiki, can you do me a favor and enrage Sean Morash? Like I put it almost on Tiki's plate to like, in an argument, probably about the Giants.
But I like Sean.
It's not about this.
Why would I want him upset?
It's funny.
Is it though? You know how lightheaded I was all day?
Dude, I could, like, as I was making the point about the Drake May, Eli Manning stuff, I believe it. Like, I'm not walking that back. But I found myself even more pleased at how angry you were getting. Like, it gave me joy.
Well,
and
I think Sean was upset because I felt the same. I just handled it differently. That wasn't the point at all.
Yeah.
Oh, then I twisted the caller's point.
And then Digital puts out the clip, which is great, and they take out the caller, so now anybody who listens to the clip is like, well, why is he arguing with Evan? Evan's right. That wasn't the point.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the caller's point was over their first 2 years, who's off to a better start, Drake May or Eli Manning? That's what I heard. That was the argument. And I say that is the argument until you prove me wrong. You haven't proven me wrong, so win for me, loss for you.
Don't make me go.
Anyhow, let's go to Eric in Clifton, New Jersey. What's up, Eric?
Hey, good afternoon, boys. The difference between Tiki Barber and my ex-wife is that Tiki's usually right and she was always right. So boys,
I feel you on that, Eric.
I want, yeah, you do. Hey, listen, I wanted to just bring up one point. And Tiki was talking to our boy Pool Boss about this earlier when you guys were talking about the Raiders. And Ev, I agree with you. The 5% window that the Raiders may be open to the Mendoza talks is, my opinion, I just think that they want to see what the negotiation tactics are of these other teams.
Sure.
When you look back to with Drake May, the Patriots afterwards said they were never going to trade him, but they did take calls.
Right.
And the Giants made a bid for him. But I also just think that the psychology, and we talk about analytics a lot in terms of like on the field, but what about like off the field? Like you can craft these things. You can probably use a lot of this data. If I want to, let's just take teams like the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Browns, for instance. And if I'm Spy Tech and Brady, I want to get as much data and information on those teams as to how they're willing to negotiate, whether from a position of strength, weakness, or other. And so that's my opinion. Like, what are you willing to give up? If I put a gun to your head or maybe just graze it along it, I just think there's more to it to that.
But you know what I wonder, Eric, you know what I wonder about? And I don't know the answer to this, and I guess maybe the Patriots are proof that there is no price that would make you change your mind. New England clearly was going to trade Drake May. They were going to draft Drake May. They were not trading that pick to the Giants despite the negotiation.
Because they wanted him.
Right. Was there ever a mark that Joe Shane and the Giants could have gotten to, which would have said to the Patriots, you know what, screw it, let's make the trade? Or was it always, we're not trading this guy? Was there ever a price? Because if you believe a guy's a franchise quarterback, you could argue there is no price that's worth it.
Right.
Like if you truly believe Drake May is a future star in this league, and look, he was the quarterback of a team that got to the Super Bowl and he finished second in the MVP, so he's not off to a bad start despite his horrible finish in the postseason, then it would never matter what a team offered. So if the Raiders are convinced Fernando Mendoza is the guy, What I question is, would there ever be an offer the Jets could make that would make them say, let's do it? Either you believe in them or you don't.
The reason this gets hard for the Jets is because they are at number 2, as opposed to, say, Cleveland, who's at number 6. And so if you go look at these draft value charts, like where, if you're picking second, what does it take to get to number 1? It's your pick and then probably your second round pick or even third round pick.
Right.
But probably second just to make it.
But that will clearly not get it done.
Exactly.
Right.
Because if you have that exact conversation with the Cleveland Browns, who are picking at number 6, it's their first round pick, probably next year's first round pick, and a second round pick.
The problem with the value charts is it's not taking into account who is in this draft.
Exactly. And so, but they'll get more assets from Cleveland because they have farther to go than they'll get from the Jets, who just need to give their first round pick and maybe a second round pick.
In theory, you're right, until the team just wants the player more. Like if the Jets, and I don't know if they feel this way, but if the Jets,
it would be such an overpay.
But according to what though? The draft chart?
Yeah.
Okay, according to the draft chart, it'd be an overpay.
Right. But
if
you can afford to overpay.
And also, if you believe the guy's a franchise quarterback, it's not an overpay.
Right.
If Fernando Mendoza changes the franchise, he's worth everything they give up.
Right, but it's also you can overpay.
Yes.
You can because you have the assets to do it. Like you're rich.
Yes.
The Jets are rich right now.
Yes.
And so if they want to overpay for Fernando Mendoza, then you know what? Overpay for him.
Yes.
Other teams can't necessarily do that.
It is like me putting my Knicks tickets up for sale. Tommy Lugauer can't even pay face value because he doesn't, either want money or to spend or doesn't have it to spend. But if a billionaire was bidding on my tickets, they could drop $600,000 because, no biggie.
Look, the easy way for the Jets to do this is to say, you can get both of our firsts this year.
You think that would get it done, though?
It would be an overpay.
Based on a value chart that doesn't factor in what's in the draft. It wouldn't get it done.
But I don't know why.
Because if the Raiders believe in Mendoza or they believe in the 2027 draft,
which they probably do,
right? They'll be more insistent on getting multiple firsts from next year as opposed to a mid-first.
Okay, so give this year's first and next year's mid-first.
I would offer that. And I said that earlier in the show. Like I would, will it get it done? I don't know, but I would offer.
It's an overpay, but it's worth it.
Indeed. I don't know about you. I had a weird morning. I woke up early. I went to the gym. I had one of those, actually, I'm holding it right now. One of these drinks.
Kombucha?
Apple, cucumber, kale, celery, spinach.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
It is delicious. The problem is I'm very hungry. So Sean Morash, do us all a favor. Not just me. Feed us. Come on.
Sean Morash in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. I do have to say that somebody did hide the case, so I can report that we have the kale juice from Evan, a peanut butter chocolate banana smoothie from me, and Tiki had an unlunchable, or a Lunchable.
Lunchable.
So that's where we're at across the board.
We're very healthy.
We're very healthy. So piggybacking off yesterday's convo and a convo from last hour, Evan got my brain racing yesterday, so I tried to do a little research. What are the 5 best veteran quarterback options for the 2026 Jets? All right, here we go.
Here we go. Number 5.
Number 5, I'm going a little off the wall. Might involve a little bit of a trade, but I think it's relevant. Tyson Bagent. A year ago, people thought maybe Caleb Williams busts out here and the Bears end up going to Bagent, who's like an ascending backup quarterback. Keep an eye on him. But now I think Caleb Williams ended all that doubt in Chicago. Keep an eye on Tyson Bagent this offseason.
Yeah, I like Bagent. We did a couple of his games when he was in his rookie season.
That was 3 years ago now.
It was 3 years ago. He's a little bit odd.
Yeah, his dad's like the world's biggest arm wrestler.
Yeah, and I think he really likes football. I don't know if he loves it.
Jesus. Well, this is the list. This is number 5.
Yeah, I think you'll like the list as it goes on.
Okay.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Kirk Cousins. He'll be motivated, and at the absolute worst case, he'll tank you right to that top of the draft.
So far, I'm depressed. Keep going.
Yes.
Number 3.
But I like 4.
Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr makes a lot of sense. He wants to be here. Obviously, we now know the tie-ins and everything with Musgrave, but here's the thing.
I'm interested why it's not higher.
I was going to say the same thing.
What is the upside, though, of Derek Carr.
He had a great season, or a really good season the year he got hurt. He was on track to have a 4,800 yards passing season.
He's all right.
I think the upside of Derek Carr is
15 touchdowns and
the injuries,
like
though.
5 interceptions in 10 games.
He was playing well before he
Right.
got hurt, and you're 100% right about it. In terms of what is his upside, like, look, he's not a franchise quarterback. He's not a superstar quarterback. I think he's a very capable, good quarterback, and he's young enough because he's not that old despite retiring. And the reason we bring this up is because it is reported he's going to come out of retirement where you could get 4 or 5 years out of him. I don't think that's crazy. But I think the upside is competent quarterback play.
But he just retired because of injury. He's going to get 4 or 5 years now off of that year off.
Well, I think he retired because he didn't know how his body was going to respond to this surgery that he had.
Okay. All right. Again, I don't think
I thought it was premature when he did it a year ago.
Yeah.
Why are you retiring?
It may
dude?
have been an emotional thing. It may have been you know what? I don't want to put pressure on coming back.
Right.
And if you look at Derek Carr's career, he's mostly been a healthy quarterback. He plays.
I also think we're looking at 3 as a negative. Like 3 is still a good, solid
Well, let me
number
hear
here.
the other two.
All right, here we go.
Number 2.
It's Deshaun Watson. And hear me out. I don't think he's a good guy. That's not what it's about. But I think it's the ultimate boom bust. He has everything to gain. Everything to gain.
And he's younger.
And his peak of talent was better than Derek Carr's peak of talent. So that's why I'm ranking him a little higher.
All right, what's number 1?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Are we in a copycat league?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the closest replication we're going to get to Sam Darnold this offseason?
Closest replication of Sam Darnold. Daniel Jones.
What garbage? Who helped get Sam Darnold to build him back up?
Kyle Shanahan. Oh, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
It's Mac Jones. It's Mac Jones is going to be the biggest copycat league moment. And listen, I'm not telling you I'm the biggest Mac Jones fan, but it's impossible to ignore that.
Problem is he's under contract.
You'd have to trade. It's impossible to ignore that maybe, just maybe, the Kyle Shanahan rehab when he was winning all these games for the Niners this year.
But Mac Jones didn't have a year. After Sam Darnold's San Francisco stint, he had a year.
He did. But Minnesota...
Meaning a good season.
But we're crushing Minnesota for getting rid of him. Why not just be Minnesota in this case and then never get rid of him?
Do you think that in a best-case scenario with Mac Jones, like it all works out, he would be as good as the best of Derek Carr?
Yes.
I disagree with that. And I don't think he'd be the best of Deshaun Watson either. Like, I think even if it worked with Mac Jones, like, I don't think he ever had the highest of potentials. Like, even when New England drafted him and they made the playoffs in year 1, I always thought he had a very...
Yeah, he didn't have the arm talent. It wasn't the same.
He didn't have a high ceiling.
Yeah.
Well, hold on now. Would you take Sam Darnold's year he just had over the best Watson or Carr year?
Would I take... Here's the thing. Sam also turned the ball over a lot, and they were built by their defense. So
Okay, but I'm also looking to build with all those picks now, try to build the team that way.
No, I'm not disagreeing that Mac Jones is an interesting option, depending on what you have to give up. I'm merely saying I think Derek Carr and Deshaun Watson have higher upsides.
Okay.
That's all.
Listen, the summation of this list is the Jets may not be in the worst spot next year for quarterback.
Well, it's not the best spot. It may not be the worst, but it's not the best. Thank you, Sean.
All right. Interesting list.
Yeah, not bad. There's your Cinco de Luncho, and I am on February 11th, and I still have kept track of every Cinco that this man has put together in the calendar year 2026.
Nice.
So I got it written down.
Well done.
Thank you. Yesterday was the worst Super Bowls of our lifetime. We all contributed to that. And Monday was the best Super Bowl commercial. So 3 for 3 on football.
And tomorrow's a big one.
Tomorrow's a big one?
A football one?
Oh, sort of. It's an annual one.
Your annual February 12th.
I do it at the end of
Cinco.
I do it at the end. I do it twice a year, and I do it at the end of Super Bowl, the week after Super Bowl every year.
Well, you can tease it. We're all going to be tuned in at about 12:30 tomorrow to hear this very big Cinco. That's a tradition that we're not even aware of.
In order, the updated list of the 5 New York teams closest to win a championship.
Oh, yes, I do.
Geez, I do remember that. You know what you should do? Not say it out loud.
What was it last year?
The Knicks weren't number 1. I remember that.
I think the Mets were number 1.
Yeah,
Did you?
I think it was because it was right after the Soto stuff.
What we need to do, Tiki, is put our list together guessing his list. Not our own list, but almost like a game between me and
so
you.
12:15 before we go to the break. When we come back, we do the Cinco de Luncho. We'll tell you what our guesses are.
I don't think we should do that.
Why?
Because we can't tell him what our guesses
we
are.
can't influence him.
He would be. So I think what we do is when he does
could
his
change
lunch
it.
show.
You're right.
I can't change it.
How can you not change
you can. You could just change it. Look at whatever.
Peel back the curtain.
The Knicks and then say the Nets.
We have these Cincos have exploded.
The Nets still in the league. Come on.
And our wizard digital guy, Andrew Kaplan, gets this confidentially at 7 a.m. every morning, and he makes a graphic at 7:30. I can't have him change it.
Okay.
No, that's true.
All right, fair enough. And we'll figure it out tomorrow. But yes, the annual closest to a championship list, also known as middle of February.
What do you guys think of Cashman's outfit?
Speaking of which, let's go to Eric in Rivervale. Hey, Eric.
Evan Tiki.
What up, dude?
And Sean. What's happening, boys?
All's well.
What's up?
I mean, Sean's had some tough takes over the years. There's no question about it. This one, I think, is at the top of the list because it is like the height of irony for this gentleman to be talking about anyone's attire, let alone the attire of the GM of the Yankees. I think I recall last summer calling, and I think if I remember right, he was wearing what looked like a black muumuu with, I think it was bananas and maybe lemons on it, and he might as well have shown up in his swimming.
Yes.
And this guy's going to be giving grief to the GM of the New York Yankees.
It's a great point. Any
I'm not
account
the
of that?
GM of the Yankees. I'm me. For better or worse.
But you have to understand, like me criticizing someone in terms of what they're wearing, how that would go over.
If I was the GM of the Yankees, I would not dress the way I dress. I would not.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, you're the wrong messenger.
Right. You'd be paid more, too.
Correct.
Yes.
Great point. I'd be able to afford nicer
Yes,
clothes.
exactly right.
I mean, he's wearing an outfit I could get at Ross. I mean, what are we talking about?
Let's go to Mike in Clifton Park. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. So on Super Bowl Sunday, I was shocked to see Sean show up on my feed. Did you guys see the tour of his house?
I did. I thought that was very interesting. Yeah, for those that are not aware, and you can check it out on the FAN YouTube page or the FAN Twitter account, there's like a 2-minute video of Sean giving a tour of his home, previewing how everyone's going to watch the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you're referring to. Go ahead, Mike. What's your point on it?
Yes. Well, he was wearing sweats, but it was kind of odd in a way because I felt like it was a combination of Mr. Rogers welcoming people in to the home, but it was done by a Cabbage Patch Kid. It was kind of like the oddest thing I've ever seen.
Why are you giving bad tiki takes over here about my guy?
What is that about?
I know.
I welcome you into my home. I show you my food.
Right.
And you dump on me?
Catching left hooks over here.
I thought it was a great video. I thought it was very interesting. And
Yes.
it made me laugh. Like, there were a few things from it, like, you had Sesame Street on.
Uh-huh.
That
There's
made
a
me
lot
smile. There's a ton going on.
I mean, he has kids that Sesame Street is the age.
No, I'm not ripping him at all.
Yeah.
I am just saying I thought it was.
It's a look into the life of Sean Morash. I kind of like that.
Who around here, and we have a lot of people to choose from, and everybody is so different. When you think of Boomer, when you think of Loogie, when you think of Craig, Big Mac, me, you.
Yeah.
Who would be interesting to get inside their home and get a tour from? Like, who would you put at the top of Tiki's list on, you know what? I'd like a tour of blah, blah, blah's home.
I have mine.
I got mine, too. I'm curious if we're in a similar place.
Well, it's not going to be me because you already saw my house.
Yeah, and it's also yourself. So I'm asking what you're interested in. It's not
No.
gonna be
You're
yourself.
talking about you. We're not going to say me.
It is not Tiki Barber. I can
because you
confirm.
already saw my basement.
I did.
My bar in my basement.
It's beautiful. I think it would be interesting to most people. Like, you'd probably win the competition to the audience because you are Tiki Barber.
I actually would love to see Al's.
Al Dukes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. That wasn't mine, but that's a good one.
Yeah.
Just because
That's a good point.
we know how he ticks publicly. I want to know if that's really how he ticks.
I just want one shot inside his refrigerator.
That is such a good one. I've changed my mind.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Loogie. No biggie. I was just like, I'd be interested to see Loogie's house, how he hangs out, all that.
But
But now I'm done. It's Al.
You know
You're
why?
1,000%
You know why I
right.
didn't say Loogie?
Why?
Because it probably has nothing to do with him.
Oh, it's all his wife.
All his wife.
That's a good
I
point.
can confirm.
Am I right?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that, and I guessed.
Yeah, you're right. I take it all back. I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
And Al Dukes kind of tour of his home and just everything. I'd be glued to that.
I want in on McMonagle's home. I want in on it.
Yeah.
The way he describes it, I picture it being like fairly big, weird structures inside. He's got like a little
Big
martini bar.
structures.
I can just I picture it.
He's got a martini bar?
Yeah, like he always brags about stuffing his own olives.
He
and
loves
his little
his
martini
martinis,
bar.
yeah.
And I feel like I'd walk in and
dude,
there'd be like a
I got to
statue.
start
of-
messing with Big Mac then.
Suck it! I picture walking into his
Does
house.
he do vodka?
Yeah.
Or does he do gin stirred?
Oh,
so it's
good
not
point. You got to ask him. Loves him.
the
Does Friday
floral
martinis.
flavor of gin martini.
I feel like you walk in, he's got a foyer, and there's like a big horse or something. Like the way, I don't know, I just feel like
See, now I'm interested in Big Mac.
Yeah, I think you just sold him. You just sold him. All right, you know what we'll do? Why don't you ask Big Mac if at some point in the next few weeks he'll do a Cribs edition of what you did, and I'll ask Al. I see him in the morning, and I'll just be like, Al, what do you think? Would you be open to doing it? Showing us his dog, too, Whimsy. Like, Whimsy's famous.
Good point, yeah. All right, I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's like part of it.
I have no idea what Whimsy looks like, but I've heard the name. I'd be very interested.
We're on to something here.
Yeah, I think
Does Al have Instagram?
I would assume he does.
Why am I
Twitter?
We're not following him?
I'm not an Instagram person, so I'm the wrong person.
I'm an IG guy only.
Yeah, you have to look it up.
So now I got to look this up because now we can maybe find out what Whimsy looks
Well,
like.
it's also possible he's tweeted it and I've just never seen it. Like, for
but
whatever
Twitter's
reason.
hard to like really find past stuff.
Right.
Whereas
you're
talking about, I know, right? You're like scrolling forever. Like, I know it's here. I just saw it.
You know, you're talking to the guy who hosts Posted and Toasted. It ain't that hard. I can tell you how many I've found.
All right, hold on. Let's find Al Dukes' dog.
Tiki's all in.
Yeah, whoever thought that this would be the rabbit hole that Tiki Barber would go down.
Isn't it like a racing dog?
Is what a racing dog?
Al's dog. I think it's like a rescue
Oh,
racing
I was not following Al.
I have no. You weren't following Al.
No, I didn't think about it. He's,
What?
All right.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
I see the dog.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Let me see what Whimsy
Am I right?
looks
It's like a greyhound-looking dog?
Yeah, but it's kind of like, it's the size of CJ, though.
Yeah, big dog.
You know my dog, CJ?
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
it Saluki?
Yeah.
It's the same size, but I haven't seen the dog up. And the dog is sick, I'm assuming.
He posted a video of his dog being sick?
I don't know. He's laying on the bed and he's patting him.
Very nice.
I don't know.
I can't believe I've missed that over the years. But I still agree with you, your initial take, that I would be most interested in an Al Dukes version of Cribs like Sean did. And again, if you missed it, subscribe to the WFAN YouTube page. It's up there. How did it do? Did people actually watch it?
Yeah, and it was like the nicest things people ever said about me, too, which
Oh,
was
really?
really shocking.
Look at that.
People
Very
were
nice.
surprised. I think they thought I lived in a shoebox, which was interesting.
Let's go to Justin in Dobbs Ferry. Hey, Justin.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
Going into the season now with Brian Callahan as the flag football coach for the Giants. Is there like a NFL like coach swap between Dable and the Titans and Giants and now getting Callahan?
That's a good one.
I mean, the only issue is that John Harbaugh is top of all.
Yeah, I think that's a bit, by the way.
Look, Brian Callahan is a good hire.
Yes.
As a quarterback coach. He didn't call plays when he was in Cincinnati. I think he started to. It was weird what he did in Tennessee as the play caller. And so he's not being put in a position where he's failed. He's being put in a position where he had success. And that was coaching Joe Burrow as a quarterback coach. And when I did one of those games, Joe Burrow talked very highly about him. And so I don't think he's in a position where he's going to fail. I think he's in a position where he can thrive.
What we have to get out of our mind is thinking about him as a head coach.
Yes.
Because he's not the head coach.
That's
he's
right.
not even the offensive coordinator.
That's right.
He's the freaking quarterback's coach. And by the way, oh yeah, breaking news. I got a text from Cherry that's cracking me up.
Okay.
That if you really think about it, jokes aside, Al Dukes' dog Whimsy looks like Al Dukes. And now that you've shown me the picture.
Here's a better picture of Whimsy.
Oh my God.
He's so right.
Al Dukes looks like his dog.
I think that happens with everybody.
You think so?
Yeah, your dog ends up looking like you.
I
or
apologize.
you end up looking
What-
like your dog.
What was your breaking news just in case it's really big?
Lindor is having surgery today.
Yeah, that made sense.
Today.
That was inevitable.
6-week recovery from today.
Yeah, I think when David Stearns announced yesterday, it's likely he'll have surgery, and even if he does, he'll make opening day. I took that as him basically announcing he's going to have surgery, so no surprise, but certainly confirmed, and we'll see if he makes it. And this does lead me to something, because I want to contradict Big Mac, because I listened to your show, Chris. Chris is hanging out with us, because that's what he does. I was listening to Carton and Big Mac when the news broke, and you know what Big Mac said?
What's that?
We'll see Lindor in July. That's what Big Mac said. He said July. That's what he said.
Wow.
Now maybe he was still thinking about Ray Handley at that point. I have no idea, but you did say July.
Yeah, without hearing from Stearns, hearing surgery, I jumped the timeline, not knowing exactly what the hamate bone injury would
Big
be.
Mac.
I heard
Big Mac.
surgery and said probably 4 months.
Here's what's great. That's great context.
Yeah.
When Lindor comes back and we play the Evan and Tiki game of guessing when he returns, and I play your clip because you're
That's
a part
not
of the
fair.
FAN family, context doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly right. So you're a pig and you're acknowledging it.
Yeah,
Thank
who cares about that? Gin or vodka?
Oh, vodka.
Okay, you and Tracy.
Very similar.
Vodka martini. I'm glad to know you're a martini enthusiast.
I'm a humongous.
Yeah, that's
martini
my
guy.
jam right there.
I love it.
We have lost Tiki Barber now.
Well, I'm watching Al
I make
Dukes
my own
play
blue cheese
piano.
olives, the whole bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm watching Al Dukes walk his dog and play the piano, and now I'm obsessed with Big Mac.
No, I
martinis.
understand. So you may not want to play this game, but right now, February 11th, it's just been announced Francisco Lindor is having surgery on his hamate bone. When does Francisco Lindor make his regular season debut for the New York Mets? Sean Morash started off.
Evan, I have the schedule up in front of me. Second homestand.
Second homestand would be April 7th.
Okay.
So you're going with April 7th against the Diamondbacks.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say when I turned 51.
Which
April
is,
7th.
damn it, what's his date? I forgot his birthday.
April 7th.
That's your birthday?
Yes, it is.
Oh, we know where we're doing the big 5-1. Evan Seats.
All right. You know what? Tuesday night in April against the Diamondbacks.
Right. Why not?
Why the hell not? Yeah, I'm kind of with you that he's not going to make opening day as much as David Stern said it, but I think it's going to be by a few days. I think the first road game of the season, March 30th in St. Louis against the Cardinals.
That's 2 weeks after opening day.
That's
the
not
7th.
even a week.
Yeah.
It's like 5 days after opening day.
Right.
So my official prediction is Lindor makes his season debut, and I think I'm being relatively optimistic, on March 30th, and you both are saying April 7th.
Yes.
I think the better question is, when does Lindor hit his first home run of the year?
Okay, that's a good question. You know what? His first game back. Then he doesn't hit one for another month. Lindor will hit a home run in his first game back.
Okay, so that means you have March 30th, and both Sean and I have April 7th.
You think he's hitting a home run first game back too?
Yeah.
I don't.
So even if he doesn't come back, if he comes back when you're right, I could be right with the first home run.
Yeah. So when's he hitting his first home run? It was your idea.
Thursday, April 30th at home versus the Nationals.
April 30th?
Oh, my God.
Dude, he's accidentally going to run into one before that. It's a month, bro.
Really?
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. And so we'll check back in when Francisco Lindor makes his debut and see how he did. Back to your calls coming up at 888-808-1019. And Luke Weaver addresses Yankee fans who think it was a big deal and Met fans who think it was a big deal that he showed up with a Yankee bag. Evan and Tiki for another hour until the Carton Show at 2 o'clock.
I am always on the go, but knowing my home and my family are safe is most important to me. That's why I partnered with our partners at Sloman's, who introduced the Sloman Shielding System into my home. And I got to tell you, it's been a game changer, combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from my phone. From the cameras, the garage door opening, lighting, the Alexa control, the audio, the doorbell cameras, the CO2 detectors, smoke and fire, everything customized to exactly how I wanted it. You can do the same. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
The home of New York Giants football, The Fan.
Runs out of the tackle, down the right sideline, cuts inside at the 5, in for the touchdown!
1019 FM WFAN. WFAN FM. WFAN FM HD1 New York. An Odyssey sports station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Las Vegas Raiders introduced Clint Kubiak as their new head coach. Nice 48 hours for him. Win the Super Bowl as the offensive coordinator with Seattle, now the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. And the first thing Clint Kubiak needs to do is try to figure out a trade of star defensive end Max Crosby. The Raiders are not close to competing, not close to winning, could get multiple first-round picks for Max Crosby. They need to do the right thing and trade Crosby for picks. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy. You can do it almost anywhere in just 15 minutes.
Even poolside like Drewski, you can switch to T-Mobile and unlock savings that are built to last. With T-Mobile's Better Value Plan, you can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
Now I get all the VIP perks.
Start saving from day one, and for a limited time, get T-Mobile's Better Value Plan.
I know you love deals.
Plus, switch right now, and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800. What do you think of all that, Drewski?
Stay chillin', just switch it. It's better over here.
Check the math at T-Mobile.com/better value. Savings versus comparable plans at AT&T and Verizon, plus the cost of optional benefits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. With 3+ lines of Better Value Plan. 3+ new lines and 2 eligible ports, or 3+ lines and 5+ years on T-Mobile postpaid plan required. Qualifying credit required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Get up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. Qualifying unlocked device credit service ported 90+ days with device and eligible carrier, and timely redemption required. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. member FDIC.
Want to know why betting on the Winter Games on FanDuel makes sense? From game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care most about, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The Winter Games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Curling matches that start slow and somehow get tense fast. Speed skating decided by inches. Hockey games that feel different from the opening face-off, and so much more. FanDuel is the place to bet on the Winter Games. You can bet on who you think will take home the gold in alpine skiing, skeleton, bobsleigh, luge, and speed skating, just to name a few. The Winter Games are here, so stay connected to all the action with FanDuel. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With 45 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather, classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Chick-fil-A's new Frosted Sodas and Floats, it's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new Frosted Sodas and Floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice cream to make a new Frosted Soda or Float With the mix of the Ice Dream and Soda Fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
How we doing? It is a Wednesday here in New York City. It feels very warm, even though it's not warm. But it feels that way because we're just so used to this frigid weather.
Right. You know what I spent that whole break doing?
What?
Checking out Al's Boring Life.
Tiki's just going off a post. I mean, he's into it.
Al's Boring Life on Instagram.
Oh, he does have an Instagram.
It's Al's Boring Life.
And it's all about his life?
It's just all his life, whether it's walking his dog or playing the piano or all the stuff that he does with the show.
Yeah.
It's actually, he's got a pretty good Instagram feed.
Fascinating.
And it's not
stuff.
even about the stories. Most people on Instagram are about the stories. That's really all I post. Every now and then Tracy will post something that I'll post on my feed, but it's a story. Like his feed is full of stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
See, now you'll never get posted and toasted wrong when we give you an Al Dukes because you're going to know him so well that you'll know right away.
Well, I kind of already can pick Al Dukes because if it's contemplative and thoughtful and something that a future congressman would say, it's Al Dukes.
I can see that someday. A couple of things from spring training. Number one, yesterday, Isaiah Kanafalefa made a comment, and I relayed it to Sean and Utique to see if it bothered you.
Yeah.
But basically, IKF, now a member of the Red Sox, said, yeah, as a member of the Blue Jays, we were pretty disappointed the Red Sox, or we were happy the Red Sox lost because we thought the Yankees were an easier team to beat. And so I asked you guys, hey, are you offended by that? Because it seems like everyone likes to take turns crapping on the Yankees, whether it's the Dodgers from a few years ago. And both of you seem to be okay with it. IKF's comments got relayed to the manager of the New York Yankees, Aaron Boone, at his Welcome to Spring Training press conference.
And
here's the question, and here's Aaron Boone's response.
IKF told Red Sox reporters that the Blue Jays were hoping to see you guys in the playoffs last year because they thought you were an easier matchup. How do you feel about that?
I guess he was right. A little surprising to hear IKF say that, but whatever, that's fine. I mean,
does it bother you at all?
Not really. Honestly.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, you got to play who you play and whatever.
He's getting hit with the first pitch of the season when he plays.
No, he was pissed off.
Oh, he definitely was.
I
think he liked IKF, and he thought he had some kind of relationship with him in some capacity, and he just feels disappointed by that.
Yeah, that he would come out and say that.
But here's the question, Sean, for you. If it was a 7-game series, did the Yankees beat the Red Sox?
The Red Sox, I don't believe they would have held on through the
Yeah, and so I think, like, as much as you can be upset that he said it, it kind of rings true. Like, we felt that the Yankees were flawed in some capacity, and so, I mean, he's probably right, but just the fact that he said it, you could tell it upset Boone.
Look, I disagree with IKF's assessment, but that's fine. You don't normally hear players say that, and that's the point I was making yesterday, that it seems as if guys are comfortable ripping the New York Yankees for whatever reason. Like what the Dodgers said after the World Series, they all took turns. Like it was
Joe Kelly.
Yeah. Chris Taylor, like one after another.
Watch out for Chris Taylor, UVA guy, wahoo wah.
Well, he still ripped the Yankees. I mean, he could be.
I
forgave him.
He was so cavalier about it too.
Yeah, he was very cavalier.
That's the part that jumped out at me. It wasn't even what IKF said.
That was a good one, Sean.
I didn't even pick up on that.
I know you did. I did.
I know you did. That would be my follow-up to Aaron Boone. Like, why do you think, forget IKF for a second, and he did seem disappointed that IKF would say that. Why do you think players and teams are so comfortable crapping on you?
This is why you need him on the Rico.
To ask him that?
Yes.
I'm not asking him that. It's
Why
a Met,
not?
It's a Met podcast.
It doesn't matter.
Can you just lighten up a little bit?
No. Yeah, Aaron, before you go, why do you think everybody craps on players, broadcasters, like everybody?
Yeah. All right, I'll ask him
Here's
that.
a call to the bullpen you can make. Ask for a salad.
All right, thank you, Aaron.
That was me, man. That wasn't Sean.
Yeah, I
Booney.
guess he thinks you're out of shape, too.
I eat salads all the time.
What can I tell you?
I do. You know how much macaroni salad I had last night?
Oh, that's different.
It's salad.
It's pasta.
Salad.
It's not, but okay, you can go with it if you want.
Right, it is a pasta salad.
The other thing involving Yankees and former Yankees is Luke Weaver. We discussed this a few days ago. Some Met fans were bothered by it. It was really Yankee fans who seemed to be bothered by it. Luke Weaver showed up at Met camp with a Yankee bag.
Yeah.
Luke Weaver was on the podcast that John Heyman hosts, and John asked a question saying, I don't think it was a big deal, but what'd you think of the bag and the reaction? Here was Luke Weaver's response to, hey, everyone seemed to be pissed off about it.
I thought it was a bit silly, personally. I understand why people are, I wouldn't say an uproar, but why they're talking about it. Like, I get it. But, like, to your point, it's very common to bring your old bag to your new team. They don't first-class airmail, like, a new bag. So I didn't get a new bag from the Mets, like a duffel bag to bring in. I personally just didn't have, like, besides maybe a couple, grocery bags or something. I just didn't really have anything to put my stuff in.
You know what's interesting about this? Two things I take from this. One, whenever a Major League Baseball team signs someone like this, someone who's going to be on their roster, they should FedEx them.
I was thinking the same thing.
They should FedEx
like
them.
a welcome to the team package.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Number two.
Simple thing, but yes.
Number two, we make this assumption that all Major League Baseball players are set, live in these mansions, have their whole life put together. Some of these guys are like kids. You know what I mean? They're even though they're 26, 7, 8 years old. I did it again on purpose. 6, 7, 8 years old. It's like we assume that they've got everything put together and that they have everything lined up. Most of these guys are probably living in like an apartment, and they don't have like this perfectly scripted life. It's still, especially if you bounce around a lot in the league, of course you're only going to have one bag. You're going to have whatever team's bag you were just on. That's all you're going to have.
No, it makes sense.
And even if you do have other ones, they probably at your mom's house or wherever you actually live in the regular season.
I think you're completely right. The only follow-up, and again, I don't think it's a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
It's not at all. My only follow-up would be, was there any part of you that said I should go to Modell's and buy a Met bag?
Modell's doesn't exist anymore.
Whatever it's called.
It's
Dick's.
called Dick's.
I keep screwing this up. I'm sorry. That would be my follow-up. Now, John Heyman's not going to do that, but hey, look, you ever think about running outside?
Well,
just getting a
he
Met bag?
brought it up is because it became a story.
No, it was a story, and I'm glad they did bring it up. Here's another clip of Luke Weaver reassuring Met fans that he loves us.
I think it's one of those things where, part of me is like, I don't necessarily want to take the Yankees bag because I'm not a Yankee, but I know that this is just a normal process. And so I just need people to take a deep breath, know that I love the Mets now.
That was an
I'm a
exhale.
Met. I love where I'm at. I love the teammates so far. I hope to win as many trophies as possible here, and I hope to do that with the fans behind us and rooting for me and doing so.
Right.
So the bag meant nothing.
Right. Real quickly, Evan, a deep breath is not. That's an exhale.
Oh, my bad. I'm always bad with these breathing exercises.
It's all good. No, but I think he's absolutely right. It's not a big deal. And did Juan Soto come with a Met bag?
No, it probably came with a Scott Boras bag.
Right.
I honestly,
do we even know?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
The only time I remember
somebody carries his bags in.
No,
probably. The only thing I remember sort of related to this, and maybe Sean would recall this because we were so excited, when Kevin Durant selected the Nets, he put out a picture like a few days later, maybe a few weeks later, and he was still rehabbing in the pool, shooting a Brooklyn Nets basketball into a hoop. And I remember all of us were like, yeah, he's a net. Look at him with his hoop and his ball. And I remember,
how do you think he had that?
Great question, because I'm thinking about this now with Weaver. I don't know.
Where was he when he did that? Was he?
I think he was in California. I think he was in one of his homes.
So he probably, like he's the guy who's been around for long enough, made enough money that he's got his stuff together.
And
so it's like,
the Nets sent it to him, unlike the Mets.
I doubt the Nets did. I bet he or someone on his team just ordered net basketballs. And dude, it was a purposeful post.
It made me happy.
It wasn't like a random post. It was like, I'm putting this out there. I have a net ball. Net fans, be ready.
Oh, I was ready.
He could also have just one of the most awesome Papa Shot games in the world in his house with every NBA team represented on a bench.
And you know what? He probably does. He absolutely probably does.
Speaking of Papa Shot, I was not aware of this. My dad told me the other day that they were flipping through the TV. There was a Papa Shot championship on one of the ESPNs.
Dude, you should go play it.
I want to compete.
You should.
I'm damn good at Papa Shot.
For those who don't remember this, 2 years ago?
I think it was last season.
Was it last season?
Yeah, it was last season.
To the Barclays.
We went to Nets.
Because we went there twice.
Yeah.
To that new whatever.
JetBlue Key.
The JetBlue Key. And Evan kicked my ass in Papa Shot.
I'm very good.
Like, it was the second week of January on a Tuesday night.
Destroyed me in Papa Shot.
And I made it very clear that while I am not an athletic person, for whatever reason, I dominate Papa Shot. So I think I may go pro.
I mean, there's all kinds of things. I saw this thing on Instagram the other day.
Let me guess. Was it the people running into each other?
No. Well, yeah, I saw that one too.
What was that?
I had to turn that off because that bothers me. Playing football for as long as I did, because that to me is the what was that called? Oklahoma drill, where you just run it like you have to hit each other. And just so stupid because it's concussion waiting to happen. So I started to watch that and I stopped it because I feel like someone is going to get a concussion. But I saw this thing on Instagram, boxing chess.
Boxing chess.
So you box for a round.
Okay.
And then the second round is playing chess. I'm not even kidding. And then you box for a round and you play chess. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But people make sports out of everything.
Dude, I would be into not boxing because I'm not tough, but that would be kind of cool to like play a sport and then immediately do something.
Right. Completely different.
Yeah. No, people do make up stuff, which is why Basketball is one of my favorite movies of all time. Because as a kid, I was always making up sports too.
That was a good movie.
And here was a movie, Stone and Parker put it together, the South Park guys, and it was literally a made-up sport. And all I wanted to do after watching that movie was, a few things, but I wanted to play basketball.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to play the game. It was such a cool game.
Do you think it'd be easy to put together like a team and do that?
Oh, I think it would be easy. All you have to do is announce it on the air. We'll get a bunch of people to show up.
The Evan and Tiki featuring Sean Morash, Basketball League.
Dude, I'm into that. I may rewatch the movie and write down the rules again. We have to
get the
that.
psych outs down.
Yeah, the psych out. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. Let's go to Patrick down in Atlanta. What's up, Patrick?
What up, Pat?
Hey, guys. I just wanted to call and congratulate Sean for replacing Evan with the stupidest opinion of the week with the Brian Cashman stuff. Wow. The guy's been down there for weeks and months doing his job. Well, so have all the players. It's just that today is the actual you have to be here by day, quote unquote.
Yes.
But everybody's been down there for weeks and months doing what they do. And I want Brian Cashman to be comfortable in his job because I don't want him making any panic moves or anything like that, doing sort of things we saw Brian Dable doing with the Giants.
That's a really interesting point. How do you counter that?
Like guaranteeing Russell Wilson a starting job.
Yeah. And guess how Brian Dable dressed when he was doing all of that? Like Brian Cashman dressed today. What does he think? That Brian Cashman's going to wear a suit and panic trade Jason Dominguez?
No, but your overall point for anyone just tuning in when you ridicule Brian Cashman's outfit is that it's a signifying how comfortable he is.
Yes, it is.
And what our last caller is saying is, I want him to be comfortable because if he's not, he would do things that could harm the future of the New York Yankees.
Right.
But he hasn't helped the future of the New York Yankees.
I get. Well, first of all, look, the judging Cashman
just because he didn't do a lot this offseason. That's what you're saying.
Okay.
But he also built a team that won 94 games last year and may well win the whole thing this year. We'll see. You act as if he's an incompetent buffoon. I get the criticism. I criticize him too. But let's not act like he's freaking Sean Marks. I'm sorry. Let's not act like he's your boy, Chris Drury. I mean, can we be real about him?
Those teams operate in a cap league, and forget the Dodgers for a second. He has an advantage that 25 other teams in Major League Baseball don't have.
Did the Mets make the playoffs last year?
No, they don't.
What was their payroll higher than the Yankees?
Absolutely, and I don't
want to hear it.
What do you don't want
Shut up, Tubby.
I don't want to hear it.
So now you're bringing this into the Mets.
No. I'm giving you an example.
What's Chris Drury wearing every day?
A suit.
And does that help?
That helps?
Yeah.
No, but at least I respect them a little more.
Do you?
You know what? I'm wearing a suit the rest of my career.
Did you just say you respect Chris Drury more than Brian Cashman?
Called him for him being fired. I think didn't he actually say he's the worst general manager in New York sports?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is.
And you respect him?
I respect him more than I otherwise
Now you're caught.
would.
Now you're stuck.
No, not more
You're
than
stuck.
Cashman.
You're
Not
stuck.
more than Cashman.
Sean, you're stuck.
No, I'm not.
You're stuck.
No, I'm not. Fight my way out. I don't
I'm
respect
a fat
him.
moron.
I don't respect him more than Cashman, but I respect him more than I otherwise would. I gave him a longer leash on asking for his firing because I looked at him.
Wow, I'd hate to see what that otherwise would be.
This was close. You
We're gonna get to
almost
2 here.
You almost got Sean the screen.
I almost did.
It was almost Tiki that pulled it off.
I was trying.
Mike's in West Orange. What's up, Mike? Mike?
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Yes. Hello?
Yes.
Long-suffering Jets fan here. I just have a lighthearted question. What do you think happens first? Zach Wilson becoming a starting quarterback and winning a Super Bowl, or the Jets winning the Super Bowl? And if that happens, what should the punishment be?
I think we're all dead is the likeliest scenario. I don't think any of that is
I
happening.
love the Jets.
Like if you
I
told
think
me-
it's the Jets. Because Zach Wilson is never becoming a starting quarterback.
Well, yeah, because Zach
Accidentally,
Wilson
he might.
will eventually.
You know what? It might be Zach Wilson.
How? How did you just go from there to there?
Because he could start a game.
Is that what he asked, though?
He said start, or did he say?
No, he
it's
said
different. Starting
starting in
quarterback means he wins the job.
Yeah, and he's starting for a team that wins a Super Bowl. I thought he was going to say
No.
just,
He said start. Zach Wilson starting, being a starting quarterback, or the Jets winning a Super Bowl.
No, starting quarterback of a team that wins the Super Bowl. Now you're mishearing caller's question.
Maybe I am.
I think you are.
Well, it's definitely the Jets then.
Yeah, I think it's neither. Like, I think I'm going to be 9 feet under, and neither thing is going to happen.
But the Jets could still win a Super Bowl.
Correct. The Jets have a longer runway to do it because they exist.
Like forever, and Zach Wilson has 8 more years?
Correct. Well, you're being nice. He could be out of this league in 3 years. So I think the answer is nobody but the Jets by default, because I don't think Zach Wilson, let alone starting and winning a championship, I think what happened in Miami is kind of proof that Zach Wilson's never going to start again.
Right. The fact that Sean Payton really thought he could rehabilitate him, got rid of him after a year, and then he was the backup in Miami, and then lost the backup job to Quinn Ewers.
There's your evidence. Yeah. The Quinn Ewers starting when the Dolphins had given up on Tua, I think is the evidence that it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
More of your calls next at 888-808-1019, and why tonight's Knicks game has a level of importance greater than most regular season games. We'll get into it coming up. Fanatics Fest, the world's #1 sports fan festival, returns to the Javits Center in New York City from July 16th to the 19th. See celebrities and athletes from all your favorite leagues, including Aaron Judge, Tom Brady, Kevin Hart, Jalen Brunson, Diana Taurasi, Mike Tyson, and so many more. Live panels, autographs, photo ops, rare trading cards, and memorabilia, plus exclusive merch drops you can only get at Fanatics Fest. This is the ultimate weekend where sports and culture collide. Tickets are on sale now and will sell out. Grab yours early at fanaticsfest.com.
Hey, gents, if you're looking to level up your wardrobe, or ladies, you're looking to level up your man, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank, where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million short shirts. Now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer, and this thing is legit, sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, you get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my boys over at collarsandco.com. Use code Tiki for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by IHateMyEnergyBill.com. Are you sick of insane utility bills? Go to IHateMyEnergyBill.com to find out if your home qualifies for solar with 0 out-of-pocket costs. See your bills dwindle with solar panels and get your free savings report today at IHateMyEnergyBill.com.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. The Celtics play the Bulls tonight, and Boston could put up 150 on the Chicago defense. They're essentially fielding an entirely new rotation now because they finally dealt most of their team at the deadline. But that makes it so difficult to figure out defensive communication. No surprise, they're dead last in the NBA in defensive rating in the last 5 games, and they've given up 123 points or more in those 5 games. That's less than the Celtics team total tonight. Let's go over on Boston's team total points. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, it's Tiki. Even at 50 years old, I still train hard, and recovery matters. That's why I use GAT Sports' new Creatine Chews. No powder, no mess, no shaker cups. Just great flavors like grape cotton candy, lemon lime, and my favorite, fruit punch on the go. 5 grams of creatine per serving. Save 30% off your first bottle at gatsport.com with code TIKI30. That's GAT Sport.com with code TIKI30. GAT Creatine Chews. Fuel up, compete harder. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Inc. card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
With Grubhub, there's no fees on restaurant orders over $50. You eat the food, Grubhub will eat the fees.
Wait, Grubhub is going to eat the fees?
Wait, like the receipts? It's a metaphor. No delivery fees, no service fees. Only on Grubhub.
Grubhub will eat the fees!
Details at Grubhub.com.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
At Mercedes-Benz of Edison, you'll find they're more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. From your first Mercedes-Benz to everyone after that, their goal is simple: to have you as a client for a lifetime. Because at Mercedes-Benz of Edison, customers don't just drive away, they become family for life. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Find your dream car at RayCatinaEdison.com.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Costos, and watching sports isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And my show is not a job, it's a passion. From the NFL playoffs to the NBA and everything in between, celebrate sports with me every day on You Better You Bet from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern. Download the Odyssey app now and listen to Westwood One Sports from anywhere. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos, live and interactive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern, presented by BetMGM.
At Target, we're unlocking all the feels this Valentine's Day. It's the perfect time to spread extra love and spoil everyone on your list with unforgettable gifts. First, give a cuddle-worthy surprise with the cutest plush toys, or get party ready and treat yourself to stylish women's dresses you'll heart. Both 20% off. Then dive into the ultimate cozy celebration with your faves with 30% off select women's pajamas. There's something sweet for all your special someones, even you. Find Valentine's Day gifts for everyone at Target.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ratliff, Engineering Director at Nissan. You know, some things are important to hear from an expert, not a voice actor. For instance, the Nissan Rogue is not only strong and practical, but it's reliable too. We've tested the turbocharged engine for thousands of hours, so it keeps going when you need it most. And 225 pound-feet of torque is what's going to allow this SUV to tackle those bigger, more ambitious adventures. everything so you can go rogue.
Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. Get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, or 2025 Nissan Pathfinder for well-qualified buyers. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to INMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 3/2/26.
Save on premium entrees for your Valentine's dinner at Whole Foods Market. Get 20% off New York strip steaks with Prime through February 14th. As always, there are no antibiotics ever. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
All-star coverage across Odyssey Sports is powered by Factor. Factor meals make it easy to feed your performance. Factor. Eat like a pro.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Some NBA basketball tonight. The Pacers, off their thrilling overtime win, head to Brooklyn at 7:30 to play the Nets in a game that can be heard right here on the Fan. The Knicks, in a tough back-to-back spot, head to Philly to play the 76ers for the 4th time this season. And in case you missed it this morning, the Giants did hire Brian Callahan, that former Titans head coach, to be their quarterback coach and pass game coordinator. More thoughts on that with a new One Giant step dropping tonight.
All right, we'll be locked in on that. The net game is huge for the lottery. The Nets are right now 5th because they've won 2 in a row, which is painful. The Pacers, despite their win yesterday, is 2nd behind Sacramento. But the Knicks-Sixer game does have a level of importance. You know, we've talked about what does the regular season mean, and I always emphasize that these head-to-head battles really don't mean much. Like the Knicks losing to the Sixers in terms of them not being able to beat them in a best-of-7 series mean very little. We talked about that a lot last year with the Knicks and Boston. But where it matters is the standings, because I'm sure there are many Knicks fans who look at the big difference between the 2 seed, the 3 seed, the 4 seed, the 5 seed, and even the 6 seed. And right now, there isn't a lot of space between the Knicks currently at 3 and Philadelphia at 6. They're only separated by 3.5 games. And if Philadelphia wins tonight, they would lock up the tiebreaker. So not only would they be only 2 games behind New York, but they'd own the tiebreaker. If the Knicks could win tonight, they would increase their lead to 4.5. They would split the season series, and it would come down to divisional record, which we're still not sure where that will finish.
Right.
So today's game is important in terms of the Knicks and Philadelphia when it comes to seeding. And where I stand on seeding is that, look, could the Knicks still go on a run as the 5 seed? Absolutely. In fact, I could argue that I'd almost prefer to play Detroit in the second round versus the conference finals, because one of my big, not knocks on Detroit, but questions about Detroit is their battle-testedness. It hasn't really happened yet. They lost the first-round series to the Knicks last year. Sometimes I think you need runs before you make the big run. If they're already in the conference finals, that would have meant they beat 2 teams.
Right.
And so my argument may almost be out the window.
Yeah.
As opposed to Detroit, beating a crappy Atlanta team in the first round, and now they get punched in the face by the Knicks. I do think home court advantage to a degree matters, and I still want the highest possible seed if I'm a New York Knicks fan. I don't think it's the end-all, be-all, but I do understand the importance and appreciate it, and that's what's on the line tonight. Right now, they're a half game behind Boston for the 2 seed, but more importantly, their lead over Philadelphia is 3.5 games, and like I mentioned, Tonight is a huge swing game. Final game they face each other in the regular season. Joel Embiid is currently listed as questionable. I fully expect he'll play. He didn't play the last game Philly played, and obviously Mitch will be back. We'll see about OG Anunoby, but there is a level of import to tonight's game, especially final game before the All-Star
break. No, you're right about the seeding matters, and look, the difference between the 2 seed and the 6 seed right now, or really the 4 seed is what you're talking about. It's just a game, right? A game and a half. So,
Cleveland's hot. They're only a game behind the Knicks right now.
Right, 4 they've won in a row. So the Cavs are coming with James Harden a little bit, and now the Knicks got to, I don't want to say take this more, is it more urgent, but it kind of is more urgent at this point.
I think certain games feel a little bit more important. Like last night didn't feel like an important game, but it kind of turned into one of those, how do you lose this game? How do you lose to the Pacers at home? And I think you look at this one based on the season series and the way Philly's played against them. Yeah, there's a level of importance to it.
Especially because the Pacers are the worst team in the East right now.
They are. They're certainly up there. They are technically the worst team in the East, but it really is going to come down to who tanks better. The Pacers are tanking. The Wizards are tanking. The Nets sometimes think they're tanking, but not always. It really is an ugly scene, and Adam Silver needs to clean it up. And
it's so blatant in the NBA. It's almost getting frustrating.
It's blatant, and yet they've changed rules over the years to even out these lottery odds, and yet it still occurs.
Right.
Which leads you to there just shouldn't be a lottery. It almost should be predetermined. Like, this is your year to pick number one. Okay, this is your year to pick number one. I almost think, I got to go down that route because these games, they're not real. What the Utah Jazz pulled the other night, like taking guys out in the fourth quarter with a lead, is embarrassing.
Right. Didn't they have a big lead, too?
Yeah.
It was a 16 or something point lead, and they end up losing the game.
It's
in the fourth
embarrassing.
quarter.
I know. And even what I am accusing Rick Carlisle of, I stand by it. I mean, his non-usage of timeouts, I wonder what was happening. I have too much respect for Rick Carlisle to not think he was just being dumb. Like, I think there's way too much tanking going on in this sport. It is a huge problem, and I hope Adam Silver addresses it. I know it's not easy, but maybe what you got to do. How about this one? All right, let me give you this one. Instead of just it's your year this year, your year next year. If you miss the playoffs, you all have the exact same lottery odds. It's just evened out. It doesn't matter how bad you are.
Right. This is 11 or below.
This is, no, because if you get into the play-in but don't make the real playoffs, you go into the lottery.
Got it.
So technically,
whoever misses out.
Yeah, because that play-in isn't considered the postseason.
Right.
So right now, Orlando is the 7 seed, and we would have a tough time imagining the Magic not making the playoffs, but they could. Like, if they lose back-to-back games, they'd be in the lottery. So I think even odds may be the route. Because it's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching these games. I'm in a terrible spot, too, as a Net fan. Like, what am I supposed to root for? I'm supposed to sit there rooting against my team? Nolan Traore's dishing out all these dimes, and I'm supposed to be like, this sucks?
Right. And they're young, so they can almost do it non-intentionally. Just because, we watch them. There's some games where they just blow games because they're young.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's what annoys me. You're right. The Nets are bad. Like, they're bad and they're young. The Washington Wizards and the Utah Jazz and the Indiana Pacers are talented.
Right.
They're going to be good next year if they get one of these players to go with what they already have. I mean, the Wizards made trades and then are sitting guys out.
Yep.
The Jazz made a trade. They're sitting him out. Like, there's a level to this. And what they're doing is like, come on, bro.
It's not the spirit of the lottery.
No.
Right. Nor is it the spirit of the maintenance day thing.
No. They're literally shitting guys because it's a disgrace. And Knicks fans, I know you're laughing like, oh, not our problem. Here's where it's your problem. The Indiana Pacers next year are going to come back with a vengeance because they're going to do well in the lottery. God knows they'll get a top 4 pick.
Mm-hmm.
And so to go along with a roster that's already pretty good and a returning Tyrese Halliburton, the Indiana Pacers are going to come back next year as one of the favorites in the Eastern Conference.
And that's their strategy.
It's what the Sixers did.
Of course, it's the Sixers did it for a decade, half a decade.
No, but I mean last year in terms of Embiid and
right.
like, hey, we do well in the lottery, we'll come back, we'll be great, or we'll be really good. And look what VJ Edgecombe's done for them. It's a disgrace. And I get it. I'm a bitter little biatch. I know. It's fine.
Well, it's only because the Nets just haven't gotten better.
Yeah, we have nothing.
They haven't used it to their advantage.
What I'm trying to tell you in so many words is we deserve to win the lottery, okay? We need it more than those
You got to
teams.
do something that benefits the league, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's overall the point. Like, they got to fix this.
No, I'm talking about for the Nets. That's the only way they're going to win the lottery.
Oh, because it benefits the league?
Yeah, something benefits the league, then you win the lottery.
I don't believe that. I know you think that, and you're a big conspiracy
I'm not. I'm
guy.
just using recent history.
I don't even agree with that.
You know?
Yeah. The Dallas Mavericks, it's really good for the NBA to have them win the lottery?
No, it was good for them to trade Luka to the Lakers.
Oh,
so
that
they
part.
won the They won the lottery.
All right, that's fine. Whatever. I don't want to argue this. We'll argue this in a couple of months when the Pacers win the lottery, and I'm all bitter about it. Chris in Bayshore. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, hey guys. Listen, before I make my point, I just want to say that the Cinco de Luncho, that theme is a gem. I mean, you laugh every time you hear it. I don't know, it's great.
Thank you.
But I got a different take on the whole Cashman getting dressed up thing. And you mentioned Drury, who I don't know how he has his job, but whatever. But the point is, I think sometimes guys will do that to get fake respect, and a guy like Cashman, who just feels comfortable enough and satisfied enough in what he's done, is free enough to wear whatever the hell he wants. I think that guys that dress up in suits are looking maybe for a little fake respect.
How about that? That's a good one. How do you respond to that, Sean? Fake respect.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I think that's stupid.
I want my coaches to wear suits on sidelines.
Yeah, exactly. Just you shouldn't be trying to be one of the boys. You know what I mean?
Tom is in Seaford. Hey, Tom.
Hey, guys. How are you?
What's up, dude?
Good. What's up?
Nothing. I just was listening to the Lindor story all day long and about the hammock surgery that he's having on his hand, and they're saying he's going to be back in 6 weeks. I had that surgery October 16th, and I am just now getting to the point where my hand is about 80% functional.
Wow. Have you been doing rehab? Have you been strengthening and all those things that you would expect a professional athlete to do?
Well, certainly not on their level, but I did 2 months of rehab of, occupational therapy.
Right.
And then beyond that, I maintained all the exercises that I was supposed to be doing. Now, when you come out of the surgery, you spend, or at least I did, I spent 2 weeks in a brace.
Right.
And then 3 weeks in a cast. So you're 5 weeks there, and when your hand comes out, it is totally useless. You can't even pick up a paper plate.
And I feel for you, but we got to keep in mind, with all due respect, Tom, you're not Francisco Lindor.
Right.
I mean, the best way to look at these injuries, and I do it with all injuries that we watch, is compare it to other guys. Like, same thing with Deuce McBride when he went down and we found out about the core injury surgery.
Right.
We compared it to other guys. And so the track record on the injury Lindor suffered is a 6-week timeline, but it could seep your power immediately.
Right. We saw that with Francisco Alvarez.
Yes.
He just lost some power. Now, eventually he was fine, but that's eventually.
Yes. It's just, as human beings that are normal humans, comparing ourselves to professional athletes is the wrong road to go down. I was in physical training the other day, and I was thinking to myself, could a professional athlete play baseball or basketball with the injury I have? And I started realizing what a stupid thing to think. They probably could.
Yeah.
I'm a weakling. I'm a 42-year-old slug. So for me to say, I got to go through this every day to feel better, it's not the same as David Wright. It's just not the same. I think of him because I remember he went through all the issues with the back problems. It's just not the same. So I respect that you dealt with the hamate issue. It's not Francisco Lindor.
No, their musculature is just different. Now, there is going to be atrophying, so it's going to be. It's different because it's upper body and not lower body. The atrophy of certain muscles. If that happens in a leg, you worry about the favoring of the other leg.
Absolutely.
But not necessarily with your forearm or wrist.
I do want to address one quick thing. So right now, the Seattle Seahawks are having their parade. And there was a big controversy up in the Pacific Northwest that, unlike some other cities that have won championships, Seattle did not cancel school. And so everybody still has school today. And if you want to go to the parade, you got to skip school. And it naturally becomes us. Hey, when the Knicks win a title, or the Yankees win a World Series, or the Giants win a Super Bowl, I'm doing this on purpose. Are they going to cancel school? And I want to be the first to tell you,
Did New York do it?
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
No, they did not. This has become a recent phenomenon.
And we haven't won a championship in recent time.
Yes.
Right.
I am dead set against canceling school for a championship. And I'm only speaking for New York. I'm not speaking for these other little towns. I'm talking about our place. And the reason I'm against it is you are going to piss off, including me, half the population.
More than half, probably.
You are not canceling school for a Yankees World Series. Sorry.
Right, because half the people, one, don't care, and the other, the quarter that's left, or half of the quarter that's left. So the quarter that's left, it would go, aren't going to. They're not Yankee fans.
Well, that's the thing. Forget about not caring. I'm a Met fan. You're not canceling school for my kids for a Yankee championship. And it goes with every sport. And just to send the message, because I'll use a team that no one cares about, could you imagine, New Yorkers, if they canceled school for a Brooklyn Net NBA title? You'd lose your mind. You say, are you kidding me? For those 12 fans? Well, I think it works both ways. We are not canceling school. I'm against canceling school for a Knicks title, for a Giants title, even for a Mets title. Would you like that, Sean? Your daughters don't go to school to celebrate a Met championship?
Yes, because I respect that the teachers may be fans and all of that.
Then tell them to take off.
Yeah, but half of them aren't.
Yeah.
But, okay, so now we're going to pretend we don't like days off that are given to us?
Not for that. I'd be against it. No.
Yeah, from
It's unifying.
from the teacher and potentially kid standpoint, but not from the parent standpoint.
Yeah,
Think
but
about
I'm
all the parents that now got to figure out, what are we doing?
But how many parents want to take their kids to the parade?
What about all the fans of the other team? You're not including
And the
this.
parents that don't want to take their kid to the parade, now they got to figure out childcare.
Well, so yes, I understand that. That's the worst part about it. That's the only thing that will pull me back. But in the end, I mean, we shouldn't have to feel guilty about taking off of school because what about the half that are the fans?
But here's why this is different, okay? This isn't like a holiday in religion. This isn't St. Louis. This is New York. We don't like the other team in town. So I'm not taking a holiday for the other team in town winning a championship. And I am sure most people listening agree with me because you don't like the other team. You're not taking a holiday for it. And I have a personal experience with this because when you bastards won the Stanley Cup in 1994, I'll never forget it as an 11-year-old, they canceled one of our classes to roll a TV in to watch the Ranger parade.
As they should.
And I was disgusted. Like, are you kidding me with this?
Dude, I'm sorry, man. The Jets win a Super Bowl. I'm not a Jet fan. And this city, who hasn't seen something like that in so long, even the Knicks, and you don't shut it down, you should shut it down.
Here's the difference between you and I. You're lying and I'm not.
I'm not lying.
No, you are. Because if that day comes, see, you're saying this cockily because you know the Jets aren't winning a Super Bowl.
Actually, I don't know that.
You know this.
In my life? How do I know that?
Because
Evan, I have personal experience like this. I had to quit my job to go to the 2009 parade. True story.
Well, okay.
What job?
Subway.
You wanted to quit, though.
No, I didn't.
You wanted to quit.
The owner said something really messed up about me. I had arranged coverage because I wanted to go to the 09 Yankee parade, and he tried to block my coverage. Made a comment that I'm not going to repeat on the air that I didn't like. I ripped off my Subway shirt. I threw it in the oven and took down the chip rack and stormed out.
That's
because I was
dangerous. You could have
pissed.
started a fire.
It wasn't on.
I was thinking the same thing, Tiki.
I was pissed off, but I shouldn't have to fight that fight. If you're a fan of a team and you live your whole life for that, you should be able to go to the parade and feel guilt-free.
Do you think he remembers you and he's now like feeling bad about this?
Maybe. By the way, another Subway picked me up 2 days, free agency. I was at 48 hours. I was out of work.
Just take the day off.
No, what the problem is, Seattle is going unexcused absence. How about this? How about we split the baby? School's open, but it's an excused absence if you're out today.
You want to call it an excuse? That like the way I look at taking my kids out.
No tests given out that day, no nothing.
Okay, if you miss a test, you just take it. You take it the next day.
But then you're holding back the class. Now I got to sit there.
You just go sit in another room.
Now it's
Brooklyn
like
misses class all the time because they travel on Thursdays for these cheer competitions. She misses tests. She takes it when she comes back.
It's a no biggie.
No biggie.
Yeah, exactly. You're making it a biggie. And I get these one-team towns. Like, I'm not telling Boston what to do or Seattle what to do. But when you have an eclectic mix of sports teams in our city, I'm just telling you, and the difference between you and I, and maybe the difference between me and a lot of people listening, is I understand how I'm going to feel in the moment. You guys don't. Like, you're just being, I wouldn't care. When your daughters don't go to school and you and your wife have to figure out what to do because the Mets won a World Series, you will not be happy. And if you disagree with me right now, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
But you are.
And the world's changed. How many more people work from home now? And the world has changed. It has.
Still doesn't make it easy to watch your kids when they're off.
It has nothing to do with my fandom. We should be shutting down the schools. We should be.
We should not.
Well, in New York, they're just going to do a remote day. So
yeah, exactly.
School from home.
Break the tie, Tiki.
Yeah.
We are an eclectic town. Should we shut down in case we win a championship?
No.
Thank you.
I agree with you.
Okay, good. Appreciate it. So when the Knicks win an NBA title, everyone's going to school.
Have you had this conversation with your wife yet?
No. Why would I have this conversation with my wife?
So if the Mets win a World Series and they don't shut schools up in
I'm
your
taking
district,
my kids out. Like, it's not that complicated.
And so is it New York? Is it also New Jersey? Is it also Connecticut?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
Nah, it's a tough one, especially when you get down to Central Jersey because there's mixes. Right.
Well,
like, is it Philly?
Yeah.
Is it New York? Fair question.
I think it's a fair radius you have to make.
Yeah, I think it's more of a their problem than an our problem.
Radius from what?
The stadium in which the team plays.
So you're definitely not getting to Connecticut if it's a football team.
Probably not.
Well, but they're mostly Giant fans.
I know. Of course.
Well, some people can eat, not everybody.
I think you let it be a school district decision. But they shouldn't do it. Hold on. Why are you getting me into this?
Because they should. That's exactly the point.
But look, on opening day, like for the Mets, And you remember last year? Remember Mets opening day last year? Who did I bring to work with me?
Jet.
Okay. Did he have school that day?
I don't remember.
Yes.
Yes! I pulled him out.
You sure? I thought it was Good Friday.
Oh, crap. Maybe it was.
Was it?
I don't remember. I think I pulled him out.
No, opening day was not Good Friday.
It was not a Good Friday. You're wrong about that.
It was 2 years ago. It was Good Friday. I'm sorry.
Because it was in March.
The Spike Evan
it was
fight.
March last year.
Yeah, not that one. I didn't take him. His first opening day was last year, and I took him out of school. Because to me, and this is my determination, teachers may disagree with me, that's totally fine. I believe there are certain days in which, hey, that's more important than going to school.
Did he get an excused absence?
I don't remember. All I know is the guy who was most happy.
Well, that's the point.
What do you mean?
You didn't know if it was excused.
I don't care.
It didn't matter.
Yeah, I don't care. That's the point Sean doesn't understand. Like, why would I care? He's fine. He graduated. He's in the 4th grade
Fair
now.
enough. Fair enough.
But if there's a parade for a team I root for, I would do the same thing. Like, I would just deem it as, all right, this is big enough to take my kids out of school. And we all have that with our kids, where there's certain days where, you know what? Like vacations. How often do we see that, T?
A lot.
Like that Friday before Christmas or spring break, the schools are empty. And it isn't because a team won a championship, and it's not excused absence. It's, hey, we're going on vacation. I'm taking my kid out. It's the same thing. Don't overcomplicate.
I just don't understand how we get to the last week and a half of school and we're just rolling movies out to these kids because they're getting through the days. Just make one of those days a real day and take the day off for a parade. That's all I'm saying.
No, not for
we
a
have a lot of
champion.
wasteful school days.
But
Let's
that
be
doesn't
real.
bother me at the end of the school year. Like, hey, what'd you do today, Brooklyn? We watched the movie.
But
yeah, because someone was watching her for a few hours.
That's it. My point is we could sacrifice one day for your team to celebrate.
We're not honoring, and you would feel the same way. You're not honoring a team you're not rooting for.
Okay. So Philadelphia's a better city than us. That's what you
Well,
said.
they only have one team in each sport. Do you really need me to explain that to you?
Yes. And it's more insular.
Yeah, it's insular. They're all Eagle fans. We're not all Giant fans. We're not all Jet fans.
Well, maybe we would be more harmonistic if we had days off like that.
So you want to get rid of the other team in town? Is that what you're suggesting?
Maybe.
The Jets should move to L.A.? The Nets should move to Kentucky?
Quebec?
The Mets should move to Montreal? And then we could all be unified?
I mean, that's a cool name. The
What?
Montreal Mets.
You never heard that rumor?
No.
Dude, it was wild. There was a rumor that the Wilpons were going to move the Mets to Montreal.
Seriously?
It wasn't serious because I think it was fake, but it was like a rumor that people believed for a while.
We'll lead with that and Ray Hanley tomorrow, Tiki.
We'll talk to you tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you've missed any of the show, rewind it on the Odyssey app or download the Evan and Tiki podcast. Carton Show is coming up next.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Visit samwellpain.com.